So somebody keeps reporting me for hard narcotics and shit. Whatever. Get the fuck on here, not in real. Everything I'm doing here, you could sort of classify as like a mix of entertainment and education and opinion review. But do use your stuff. I let people know it's yours. But oh, for fuck's sakes, man! If you're gonna do this live reviewing, approving bullshit, can you stop fucking up the basics of the? So there's been 6 shootings on 5 days on Richie in Ottawa. Okay, like, this is nauseating. It's absolutely nauseating. I don't know how the fuck you expect us to work with this. You're gonna review it in real time. You don't have 200 fucking videos of me not drugs. But once again, some white supremacist accuses a nigger of being on crack, and the government is, well, we got to double check. That's all. We just have to double check. Why? 6 shootings in 5 days. The news is all over the country right now.
Skyrocketed during the pandemic.
We're looking at not only are they related geographically, but obviously it is a very small sector of society that most citizens, regardless of where they're from, law-abiding. So generally, when you have an incident like that, especially when it comes to firearms, it is linked to something.
Bombs. Says officers are on the street.
Usually, all the time, generally, when it is bombs, it is linked to something. It is linked to something.
Romanticizing the use of firearms and violence.
So I'm used to them saying, like, it's a crime in and of itself. Now it's linked to something.
Nova Scotia is now forecasting a deficit of over $850 million due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That's a big change from its original prediction of a $55 million surplus released in February. Chris Halef has more on those numbers.
According to the updated figures, total revenue has dropped by $532 million, mainly due to less revenue from HST and corporate income tax. Finance Minister Karen Casey says expenses have shot up by $470 million due to the COVID-19 response.
This includes significant increases in
Corporate
Department of
income
Health
tax
and
being
Wellness,
remitted now is from
Education and Early
2019
Childhood
ending
Development,
31st. Period,
Business,
right?
and Community Services.
Casey says it's difficult to predict how long it will take the government to dig itself out of this hole, adding much of that will depend on if there is a second wave. She says additional appropriations of $443 million are needed
regardless of how it was yours and how they
sustain
took
the
it from you.
economy during the pandemic. That's in addition to $228 million already announced in June. I'm Chris Halef.
A major ruling has been handed down in a high-profile lawsuit against disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein.
And the feels court in Los Angeles.
I don't give a fuck. How the fuck did that end up a story? Oh, entertainment. Okay. He's disgraced. Getting caught raping is losing your grace. He used to have so much grace. Now he's been disgraced. The way people talk is ridiculous. I swear I can feel something crawling on my leg, but it's my skin.
Oh, that's the Black Queen. Y'all said me never did I want you. Oh Lord, me tell you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take 'em up, bring 'em out, Westwood, hit him in the head. 1 gun, 2 gun, 3 gun, 4, your 5, it's all about crime. That's who that is. Yo. Murder, who the hell? Heard up, Tim Westwood, put your blanket, Tim, boy, me, murder, me never have He's the best thing. Come on,
fucking idiot.
He's the motherfucker. Oh, God. Yeah. Niggas can't
I like when other people do it, so that's entertainment. When you do it, I'm gonna accuse you of a crime.
Queen, yeah, England. And
That's
ling
real.
we
No
bring
matter what I say, people assume I'm really a real drug dealing gangster, not a rapper.
We just choose it. So from the flag, cause I'm on that rebel shit. The level kick, 10 pounds on the ass. Yeah, fast when you drag.
I don't want people to start smoking. Nothing to do with
Go on,
fucking illegal nicotine glitch.
DJ Westwood, that's fucking crazy. I made 5 foot kicks, hits in Westwood whip. What the DJs on the mix? That ain't all that hip. So don't skip the dial, my nigga. That's foul.
I've read this thing over and over. You can't sell weed on YouTube.
He's scratching,
Honestly.
black and blue, bruise.
No dispensary. Fuck, I wouldn't promote a dispensary in my life depended on. Fuck you. Tell them that the weed is very good to you. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I mean, we all see movies and music, video, like, you think I got a kilo? I don't have anything. I don't have a kilo of whatever, buy some drugs. Like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, you hit the report button. So many times, like once in a while, the AI says, oh, maybe he's doing it. There's like 4 YouTube employees. If you catch the 4th one, he always selects D, all of the above. That's all that's
The young out with the wrong nigga brother. The rap out for the mother. Plus, a gap for Westwood, you ain't no other. Pull this trigger, shade your lady, pray for your maker. 2 in the heart, a clip in the head. Radio, get your wearing up Westwood. You can get your ass buried. Cause when it's a full moon, you get a chill in his body. Every loser's mind, you get a shower in the same body. Your blood clot form, you roster and imposter. You sweat Westwood and may not know why. I went up from Westwood, you just don't die. Either crazy like sticky or you're running up and
I know you people fucking in, I don't give a fuck. I got like 12 different people I gotta fucking deal with on a physical level in this fucking like 1 block radius. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, you already know what it is, man.
You're going to approve and disapprove of everything. Can you make it consistent?
You already know what it is right now. I'm rocking out my nigga M1, aka Moolah, man. Boy got bars, man. Young nigga too, man. 17 years old.
Every time I try to say something incriminating, you fuck with the fucking thing so bad I can't remember what I'm saying.
I co-sign his bars, no?
Jesus Christ, why I call you YouTube? Because you're fake, just like the Israeli Jews. I was hoping that was a gunshot, but that second sound said it wasn't. I heard voices out there earlier. I was hoping Shorty gets shot. I don't know what that was. I don't see a train. I don't know why I'm standing up when I can't see the train in the dark anyway. Anyway, please, Mr. White Supremacist in Saskatchewan, Mr. Longheed, that's going to rename my street, and all the rest of you pussies, go ahead, keep hitting the report. They go, report. The video ends. You know what it tells us? You're playing copyrighted material. Fuck it, I'm going to go for a walk and go kill some people. The only copyrighted material it could have been was the news, live news. That don't make no sense. Yeah, because they're using the same goddamn mechanism Facebook does, which is 8 minutes off or whatever. No, it's not. They're using a made-up fucking drop-down thing. Wow, you idiots report, and I'm supposed to respond to this? You're literally going behind my back, like, to you, who you think is my boss, I guess. Or you think I get paid for this or something. They don't pay niggers or rappers from Toronto, period. YouTube don't pay us. They refuse. You got any Toronto rapper, they'll tell you the same thing. On the deal, they'll tell you they don't pay us nothing. They refuse. No matter how many different ways you try to, if they find out it's a Toronto rapper, boom. Black from Canada, boom. You don't get no money out of this shit. Only the white supremacists up here with their headdresses and things. How the fuck that's legal? That's literally saying I just killed a war chief of an endangered people that's already survived genocide once or twice. That's literally what that's saying. How the fuck you pick up a war headdress that ain't yours? Oh. And it's like walking around with some rich guy's car and it ain't mine, and they go, oh, we know it's not yours. Yeah, but I just killed him and took it. How'd you know? Because his brains are all over the windshield. Yeah, hey, I should have cleaned that up. You're wearing the mandom's feathers. Right. So, those people all get money off their thing. Those people are all using, would that make it easier for you, you dumb fucking autistic cunt? I'll call you autistic all I want. It runs in my family. You're faking it, and I've got an actual issue. You can't concentrate more than 30 seconds on a time on me, then why the fuck do you show up 8 fucking times in a row? Right, this delay here. I keep saying this part here is where you can't get in between to YouTube, but now we're addressing the fact that YouTube's in on this white supremacy shit. Bunch of Austrians pretending to be Jews from Germany. That makes no sense. You got blonde hair and blue eyes. Oh, we're not from there. We're from... Right, you can't be from there either. It's physically and geographically impossible. Hey, you named your company after the fucking word. I'm being racial. You named it JewTube. I'm just calling it the Alphabet Company. We own everything, even the alphabet. And with that, you're not allowed to throw out a piece of paper if there's certain letters on it, because they say so. They own the alphabet. Don't throw that out. That belongs to them. They told you not to. Right. I thought I would get in trouble for saying all this stuff. Nope, I'm getting in trouble for doing hard drugs. You nigger, you're smoking crack again, man. Once again, the people telling them that are all fucking drug addicts. You're mad because we don't give them nothing for free. Or even better, people that insist we have crack for sale that we don't have. Screaming and yelling that they're going to call the cops on us for selling crack that we don't sell. And I'm like, okay, do that. You haven't seen that shit, but it's Toronto. We see all this shit. All these cities you think are so hard. It's bullshit. You can see it's hard. Here it looks easy, doesn't it? Looks easy. Well, look at all the fucking videos you see of Toronto. Except for the ones where we're smashing up cop cars and burning down banks and shit, you know.
So I can tell y'all, man, my nigga got balls, man. If you want to see if he a real nigga now, man, run up on him.
Nah, don't do that.
I'll show you one time, force you to learn.
But the prejudice I get from the same of my legs. White people who they know what this is because they've been to school where it's discussed.
I'ma show you one
black
time,
people in
force you to learn.
I
Then
tell
it's
white
over for
people.
you clowns and you forfeit your
I still get judged as one having a skin problem. Soul being attracted, three being white.
You better watch your step, cuz
But they will not allow themselves to admit in their head, knowing what it is, this means I'm black. No, I'm a white crackhead. This is black, this is schizophrenic. And this is just some sort of skin reaction to allergies.
If you see the
And if you give me money for allergy medication, you're going to go to heaven.
You ain't gonna get lucky.
I sell you a
Isn't gonna
cross,
play
I'm
like
going to
that.
hell.
You gon' stiff and you gon' stay like that. Lay break flat, you gone. Bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive, you gone. Bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive. Strong survive.
Waiting for the rush, keep the 40 tucked, talking about you let the 40 buck nigga story up. Corner high, phone tap, follow home, police watching, 10 drop, pin talking, hoes that be street walking. A deep option is to get the beat popping. A peace offering went to saying rest in peace opting. Sleep coffin 6 feet, death is a must. Rested in car, prison ride next to
any copyright
roll call, but the paper keep us warm in the night. With North Face suicidal ace, but we pouring the light. Tunnel vision, eyes knock, all I see is a dollar. Piece of shit in the mirror, all I see is my father, fuck him. The game got us all twisted in a hurricane. Lost my mind when the crime came and the murders came. To all my niggas getting bread on the grind, there's no bail when you're locked doing federal time.
You gone, bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive, strong survive. You gone, bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive, strong survive. I challenge any motherfucker to come harder than me and Graham.
Use the blam, empty the clip until I see him land.
All out empty.
Oh, that's dangerous. You're telling kids to go show people and stuff.
Illegal jams, no options available. Coppers are tailing you, close friends failing you.
Penny ginger ale, do cushion a glass jar. Cocaine moving dope faster than NASCAR.
Trying to earn hard, but you crashed in a firestorm. Trying to live the life of a G in a higher form.
My dogs are riding for blood in and blood out. If you ain't down with my team, bitch, get the fuck out.
I take a bullet for my fam, I'm my brother's keeper. It ain't about no music, the struggle's deeper.
Drugs and tweakers searching for the best rock. Trap house, T-grams, crack man, next shot.
Bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive, strong survive. You gone, bah, it's a homicide. Family and your mama cry, permanently traumatized. On the grind and the murder rate is on the rise. Only the strong survive, strong survive.
The whole purpose of the channel is to medically document what the patient doing to themselves. The death of a sickle cell trigeminal neuralgia. And I'm still pissing off white people. No, we gotta get the copyright to that. I'm broadcasting. Look, nigger dying slow. Oh, no. That's not good enough. We gotta own the car. We're gonna report you. Report. Nobody to report to, bro. Oh, my supervisor, my
that's rap, your family member. Nowadays, you finally change your actions. Always talking about money. You ain't rich dude. Your fancy cars on the fresh.
There's no signal strength meter or buffer number of seconds. There are 7 fucking links on the side here that will navigate you right out of here and put the video up. No reason for any of it. Oh, click on this one and go to webcam. I already did that. Click on this one, go to manage. I already did that. Click this one and leave. Don't leave. Click on this one and stream. Am I not doing that? This one, send feedback. In the middle of this, I'm going to send feedback. That means it's not working. It's not working. The feedback button ain't going to work either, stupid.
Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them.
For 20 grand a year to fix it over and over and over. Check it everybody once. 4.5 days is gone. Everybody fixes it now.
Listen, come to the family reunion last summer. Fuck you and your mama. I'm over it now. I wear the crown, respected everywhere. Bitch, you never there. Not even coke. Who you try to provoke? End up getting choked. This is mutual, but uncontrolled. Don't take friends in the same garbage. Spit knowledge. Bitch, I'm a problem. 30 years in problem. If you cross that line, that's right. Cause I'm a psycho, a sicko with a good heart.
All the dumb things you get reported for.
I don't know what the fuck made my cousin Mervin and my head must have been y'all. Come on, y'all.
Showing minors using alcohol and drugs. Encouraging people to do a whole wide variety of dangerous things. Nowhere in there does it say a dying man can't smoke a cigarette in his house. We gotta age restrict those. We gotta age restrict every fucking video ever where anybody ever smoked a cigarette and said the word gun or all we used to try or whatever the fuck. You gotta take all that shit that you can't just think and go, I don't like this. All these people ain't mentioned this.
Oh yeah, one time they were in Montreal, last year, 2018, biggest show. 2018. Fuck out of here, man. All I needed to do my friend too. I'm saying my ex-friends will say, I need your support, know your fucking money, know your choice. I get my friend, motherfucker, got my own shit. So I get,
all my venting. I'm still more, incredibly more curious about what's happening to me. These idiots thinking.
Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Family problems, we know how to solve them. Friends problems, we know how to solve them. Yeah. It's rockers. Salute me or shoot me, man. Nobody cares. Yeah, 2020, man. Mixtape. Yeah, album. Shout out to my fans. I love you, man.
19.
We're gonna get some free rockers gear soon.
Angel and Cleopatra both have spells of past like weakness and it's like the British royal family. This don't go back no 100 years, 200, 800, 7,300 years. Virus which matches it like a key to a lock.
It's on now. You made a murder for life. Fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the ass kids in the trap.
Remember that the bloodline that fucking had the pyramids built had to be older than you. Like, oh, 5,000 years ago, this that. You don't want to acknowledge the previous.
All the ass kids in the trap. They still live by the guns. So make sure you die for the bills.
I run at you like a maniac with a pencil. Fuck the trigger finger because killing you simple. A psychopath going through a brain relapse. Somebody better hold him down because he's about to attack. They tell me to relax, to stop and take a breath. But the only way I'll get better is by witnessing your death. You can't stop me, motherfucker. I'm getting to you. Ain't got no armor on my chest, but I'll still get through your crew. These drugs they have me on aren't affecting my brain, but the anger that I'm feeling is causing me pain. I'm coming for you, and there is nowhere to run. And when we meet face to face, you know it won't be no fun. Your end is coming near. Can't you feel it's close? Even if I die before you, you'll still be harassed by my ghost. I'll get you any way I can, whether you wake or asleep. Just wanna see you die before I'm fucking dead in these streets.
It's on now. You made a murder for life. Your fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the ass kids in the trap, clean as hell. Live by the gun and we'll make sure you die for the bill. It's on now. You made a murder for life. Your fakes perpetrating, living lies in your life. All the ass kids in the trap, clean as hell. Live by the gun, so make sure you die for the bills.
I don't snatch chains like open throats. I don't steal trailers, I steal bones. I don't write tracks, I flow on notes. Instruct some heat and shit and call it a poem. Raw, dirty filth, call me Rome. With the silencer pointed at your dome. Offering you the last call home. One of the sickest, slap that chicken until the bit stops clicking. Toss to the side, grab the next seat around my ride. Always down for homicide when the feet collide. I got enough to provide for all the haters that dug it.
My feet going rock climbing. All these niggas saying they wrapped up, but none of them ain't got diamonds. Right, they not riding. Only thing I'm doing is a cop siren. I'm out driving, go cats and island. Gonna find hide in my fly hydrant. I'm not lying, so stop trying. Why the fuck is you lying? I look like you back at it again, but then why is that you look back to why I still ride? These drum ass. Lord have mercy, y'all these niggas sound like ragamuffins. Mac, daddy, Mac, and I'm jumping. I get a stack, I shack attack like one-on-one with Duncan. A crossover layer, maybe I might just go with Duncan. Bodies on top of bodies, I had a cops and funkin', they pulling up in no front. American muscle, that foot. Let's take it back to that raw. 10 minutes to that store. Yo, the big fight, I got a number for. When the number's short, that's 100 more. I got 100 cards on the daily boy for the rugged raw with a lines pop. Lines cut from my Iron King, I got a iron boy with a press niggas. I am a card, you niggas soft flex. Why you niggas want to try to fall for now? My niggas are British Chronicles, like dinosaurs, playing Diana Ross to get my body across like an arrow does. You have us. New Toronto, we're all Toronto, same shit. Nah, just keep 6, cause 6 up whenever Drake snitch. New Toronto, we're all Toronto, same shit. Nah, just keep 6, cause 6 up whenever Drake snitch.
I ain't fucking with no cops. They don't like us getting involved with them. This one's for the rapers. They don't care, spill bear on their blazers. Got pushed by the acres. Dudes in the middle of the street playing hookers. We violent.
We don't mind sirens. Looking at them like they are just an audience. Shout out to all of my dudes who be hustling, bagging them dimes and pushing on the onion, whipping and turning the cushion to muffins, cookies and brownies. Everything is plugging in. You cannot handle it. Please do not touch it. We do not sleep cause death is our cousin. I'm about to bring the rain to the whole block, like a rain rushing in with the riot squad. They're getting turned up, bitches getting turned on. She want the top dog, fuck it till she goes on. I'm about to bring the rain to the south side. We raving, I ain't trying to go inside. We on our way from the day to the nighttime. We outside, brought the rain to the south side. Attention all white boys, attention all white chicks. People who smoke bombs and don't really like splits. It's amazing, we raving on the night shift. Partying and wildin', feeding off the section. I'm about to go jokes smoke a batch of the hash shit off snap. Got me moving like people.
I swear to God, this is top pack. I'm not even joking.
Niggas said they don't sleep, I only see my white couple, brunettes and blondies, shaking to the red note. 4 a.m. we still up eating French toast, wasted. Just made the first major mix. Buzzing like a beagle. I keep on put it to a skin, but it's sting like a mosquito. Everything's illegal, the us is all legal. Papers in the front row, mayor in the back row. Met the daredevil and he said that I was evil. It's a rape thing, we raving till we comatose. We raving till we comatose. I'm about to bring the rain to the south side. We raving, I ain't trying to go inside. We on our way from the day to the nighttime. We outside, brought the rain to the south side. Attention all white boys, attention all white chicks. People who smoke bombs and don't really like splits. It's amazing, we raving on the night shift. Partying and wildin', feeding off excitement. I'm a raver, how I'm raving. Money buzzing like someone just tased him. And he's feeling so amazing, but he never ever felt this wasted. 10 shots, straight shots, nigga, no chasing. More shots for ones who couldn't make it. The rest of the shots on the bitches half naked. Diagnosed with insomnia since grade 6. Get money, get high, back to the same shit. We pull up in a drop top, we pull up in the same shit. Only difference is the model from 06. I don't load and reload, then back with the same clip. It's from dog, you know dog, I'm back on my rape shit. Party with acquaintances is what I call raping. I'm killing it. Sick of it, I'm screaming out, amen. Swallowing and kissing it and throwing away our wedding ring.
But this commission will offer nothing stronger than guidelines, and Ford was evasive when asked twice if binding recommendations would come from all this. The MDP's Gortan Singh slammed the premier on that point.
This commission allows why am I so edgy about water? You in Canada, you got all the fresh water in the world. You ever hear of Walkerton, Ontario?
Instead, the commission will be chaired by Associate Chief Justice
Frank for being a drunk
the lead counsel for the Ontario government at the Walkerton Tainted Water Inquiry. The commission's report is due by April 30th next year. I'm Mark Douglas.
Died from drinking the water in their house because it was shit water.
Given the green light by the Ontario officials to welcome visitors for the first time this summer, but as Mike Epple reports, COVID-19 protocols will stop many attractions closed for the time being. The wildlife exhibits are open at Marineland. The rides, though, still off limits. The theme park getting...
Oh, that's enough of that. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to hear about all the shootings in Ottawa. Why are you not talking about that? How, yeah, see, then they split it up by city. One company owns the 6 main news radio stations. Fucking custies. Just fuck, I think got a condom or something here filled with water. Put in a condom, don't answer that. The hand sanitizer, that's what we'll do. We'll fill a balloon with, oh, that won't work because the alcohol, the thing will eat right through it. Almost had an idea there. So a condom full of hand sanitizer. Right, I gotta go up to the top of it, but like 25 floors up. These people died from water. Yeah, so what it came down to, there's all sorts of things you can pick up. This should be happening, and that should be happening. Factory farming, okay, but too much water running off of the agricultural facilities, factory farms, whatever. And this shit water is going like a laminar flow, flat over the land until it gets to a drinking water well, and then it runs straight down into the well. It goes over the land and goes, it's not going through the ground and contaminating the groundwater, it's just going straight across the top. Why? Bad drainage. See why I'm so crazy about cleaning the sewer grates? It's not just that the water won't go down. You don't think when you come by later, you don't think of all the times the water's been way up higher than what it looks like. There are sewers I see some places that are like 4 feet higher than the lowest point near them, which seems odd. But where they are, the water could conceivably get 20 feet deep. If these grates fill up, the water's going to go over the top and get like 6 inches or a foot deep and contaminate everything with E. coli and go to the next grate, go straight down and drain out, and then you won't realize that there's fucking hepatitis and cholera and everything everywhere. And I said all that because they said Walkerton. Like they were about to say Walkerton. So edgy am about this shit. Walkerton. So if I remember correctly, I was trying to find somewhere to live because there was 0 vacancy, arguing with these people about welfare and disability and crack houses and all this other bullshit. All those people that got my way before are dead. And all these empty lots where we said we could have built houses 20 years ago. Hey, look, they're building on them now, you assholes. So yeah, you look down on me, oh, well, I was able to buy this and do this. Yeah, on my back. On my back. So apparently from my phone number you can find the
Hey yo, Stick, check this shit out on the news, man.
10,000 law enforcement officers are trying to find a killer in Los Angeles, California. A sweeping manhunt triggered by this man who a shooting spree, targeting fellow cops and their families. And these images say police officers on the hunt for someone who knows their codes, their rules.
You ain't shit without a passionate gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law. You ain't shit without a passionate gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law.
The volume go down a little bit right here. Then you get to the dial.
Out of jail. They ain't built a cell that can hold that. From the inside, escape through the soul, swim a mile and a half. Almost drowned in my know I had to lose my scent. Cause I know they got the dogs out. I ain't going back, fuck that. I'm going all out. Cops won't be happy till I'm beside the crowd. I see a freeway. I need to hit you right. Damn, that's my only chance. Jump the.
Indians don't believe in being buried under the ground. We've been having this fight for 500 years too. Oh, you have to bury under the ground. No, we don't. Is that Shorty? I went out looking for her earlier. This fucking. Don't worry what I was going to do.
He slammed on his brakes, stopped 2 inches from me. Jumped out the whip like, you alright? I took his car, his wallet, without much of a fight. Ran through a light, crashed right through a roadblock, almost spun out. Fucking ran over 4 cops, the heat is on. I ain't trying to let these pigs get me. That ain't the only thing between me and the city. We ain't shit without a passionate gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. Got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law. We ain't shit without a passionate gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the bids get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. Got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law. All the pain, niggas smoke gas. Another night with the smoke from the tear gas. Yo, we mobbing. Niggas got gas masks. Cops coming though. Niggas gotta tear ass. They wanna put handcuffs on my black wrist. You better know what the Patriot Act is. Federales got my name on the blacklist. They wanna see a nigga ride like catfish. In the streets, niggas dying like it's death row. 100 bags to the very last breath, yo. On some real shit, I don't give a F, yo. I wish a cop would try me, cash low. The ones in the hood so disconnected.
Police on the block get disrespected. Live by the guns, then you might die with it. Here's a war going on, so I ride with it.
Yeah, all this time you read it was us talking about us buying into the death lifestyle.
Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law. You ain't shit without a badge and a gun. Fuck the law. We don't care if the biz get done. Fuck the law. In the hood, no respect for the ones. Fuck the law. You got a warrant and you on the run. Fuck the law.
By sunrise, jittery LA police opened fire on this blue truck, similar to the suspect. People inside were just innocent bystanders. Police are now closing ranks, protecting themselves. We're extremely careful and we're worried about this individual. We're taking every precaution we possibly can.
Wow. Yeah, they know how we feel. Motherfucking police always be fucking with me. Everywhere that I go, motherfucking police always be fucking.
That's shuffle play. I didn't do that. That's shuffle.
Everywhere that I go, do I look like a criminal? Criminal, criminal, criminal. What the fuck do I look like a criminal? Criminal, criminal, criminal. What the fuck do I look like a criminal? Police want a hella sweat, cause I keep a hoodie on, Bill Belichick. Every night I'm getting stopped and frisked. When I walk in the drugstore, they think I'm here to shoplift. I'm just picking up Percocet prescriptions. Cops always tell me that I'm fit the descriptions. So what, I got prior convictions. I can't leave the house unless it's under conditions. In other words, I'm a changed man, but they think I'm doing crime every time when they exchange hands. I never been on gangland. Got tats on my neck and they think I'm in a gang. Damn. So what, I got on blue laces and I'm fighting for my life cause a nigga got 2 cases. I guess I gotta be shook. It's getting death when they see me. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal? 100 bad motherfucker. These tattoos got them thinking I'm bad news. I'm the reason they kids like to listen to rap tunes. My cash rolls, my face covered in scars. Coppers on me cause they think I'm trying to run from a charge. Man, it's bad, I can't even hit the ball in peace. The second the public see me, they just call police. I keep my third eye open when I walk these streets. They don't want to give me chances, all they want is the beef. And I know I did some real wild shit in my past, so they test me by telling me I gotta piss in this class, the shit isn't right. I ask them what they talking about, cause I see them out my window when they watching my house. I swear to God, they better not step foot on my yard. I'll start jumping at these suckers, have them looking to God. Fuck a stereotype, you better take it back, bitch. I wasn't born this way. Cops made me like this, I ain't a criminal. Criminal, criminal, criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal? Yeah, I wanna know what. Do I look like a criminal? Cause my pants be sagging, red boxers and said my drawers is flagging. They say that my facials look so violent. What the fuck? That's racial profiling. Put me over like my tags is expired and shit. Like there's no way it's his. I buy that shit. Gun registered. Still trying to hide that shit. Till this day still can't believe they let me buy that shit. I come to visit. You think I'm scoping out your spot? They taking pictures. You thinking this was my mugshot? They been calling me a criminal for so damn long. Starting to believe they right and you gonna make me do something wrong. You see me in the hood. You think I'm trying to rob you. I'm just talking to you and you think I'm trying to guide you. No matter what.
I'm not Sticky Fingers. I will fuck you up. He's a rap artist. Don't forget that. He live in the hood with no security. All that. That's all fine and well. Don't think I'm out there on some bitch shit. I don't give a fuck.
You gon' call me a crook, so you think I give a fuck if I look like a motherfucking criminal? Criminal, criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal, 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 criminal. What the fuck do I look like? A criminal?
That we should trust again. We want with inmates to understand What violence and never talking about themselves. Young lost because we are not.
The Jays and Nationals continued a 4-game series for meeting 3 as Toronto was looking for a third straight W, 445. Markets are coming off a winning session. The TSX was up by 173.
They're going from province to province. They just switched 3 different provinces.
And earnings are on the way today from Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Alphabet.
Here comes Nova Scotia. No. What traffic?
680 News Traffic Center. I'm Craig Gear. This report is brought to you by Evolve Business Advisory. Eastbound 401 approaching the 427 Express, single lane construction.
The shooting stars from
Brock Street in Whitby. Westbound 401 through Brock Street down to a single lane as well. Westbound 401 in the collectors, 2 right lanes blocked through Kennedy, and also the Kennedy ramps to the highway closed. North 427 ramp to Highway 7 closed. South 427 ramps to Finch, and the express ramp to the KWW is closed. Struggling with your business? Evolve Business Advisory can help catapult the growth of your business into new markets. Learn more. Visit changetransformgrow.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes. Here's a look at the forecast.
Nice temperatures to walk the dog this morning. 16 degrees is what we're waking up to. It's going to be a little bit sunny to start, but by lunch, watch for some pop-up showers with 28 degrees. Humidity stays low with a northwest wind up to 20 kilometers per hour. Today's high, 28 degrees.
Justin Trudeau is set to testify today in a rare appearance at the Commons Finance Committee.
No, wouldn't you just wish for somebody to crash a pickup truck in your fence tonight?
I
would love to testify, but it's such a stressful day.
The opposition parties yesterday set the stage for a potentially contentious prime ministerial appearance of the Commons Finance Committee. Conservative finance critic Pierre Poilievre was blunt in asking Justin Trudeau to be honest and forthcoming.
We want the Prime Minister to come and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says he wants Trudeau to explain why Liberals opted to have the charity run a service program when there were other potentially easier avenues to help financially strapped students, like increasing student grants or putting more money into the Canada Summer Jobs Program.
Can you just wipe out the fucking these? Whoever borrowed money this year, can you just wipe it out this year? Just this year, just once, like they didn't go to school really.
With the Trudeau government. At a more than 4-hour hearing Tuesday,
the
co-founders
guys,
of Wheat
it's all government involved in your student loan. And they're like, oh, we can't do nothing.
For killing the brand.
A
couple has more.
Well, fuck you.
Wheat Charity says it has mutually agreed to suspend its partnerships after a flood of companies announced publicly that they were dropping their support, including longtime partners, the Royal Bank, Loblaws, Good Life Fitness, and KPMG, following the previously announced departure of the TELUS. The charity's co-founders, Mark and Craig Kielberger, told the House of Commons Finance Committee their organization had no financial motive in the now canceled student grant program and was not chosen because of anyone's family name. The Kielbergers also questioned about their contacts with various cabinet departments, despite not being registered to lobby for government contracts. The brothers also defending the structure of the Wheat Charity following the departure of the chair of the charity's board of directors. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his Chief of Staff, Katie Telford, are scheduled to testify at the Business Centre. I'm Mike Apple. Toronto City Council has voted overwhelmingly in favor of challenging the province's contentious Bill 184. Advocates say would give landlords powers to force out tenants when COVID restrictions ease up. Asher Roth joins us with all the details.
The Ford government says the bill helps both tenants and landlords by making it easier to resolve rent disputes and protects tenants from unlawful evictions. But Barry Marsh from the Etobicoke chapter of Acorn Canada says that's not the case.
One sheriff will get smacked in the face with a busted bottle. That'll be the end of it. You won't evict nobody until this whole thing is over.
Give the tenant a chance to present their case at the board.
The government's moratorium on residential evictions is set to expire Friday. There are currently more than 6,000 eviction applications awaiting approval at the Landlord and Tenant Board. Councillor Mike Lake tells the Toronto Star if the bill is not stopped, it will cause a homeless crisis the city has never seen before. I'm Asher Roth.
Wow.
Torontonians, are you ready for stage 3? Because it arrives Friday. Toronto City Council.
I disagree because I was
meant to make the transition in that city safer. Woman Qureshi is here with what could be changing and what's staying the same.
There were so many of us because we weren't there because we fucking felt like it. Every avenue you tried to take to get somebody.
While excited about it, Mayor Tory is also putting out a strong word of caution.
The hard work, though, really begins now. It's the same way with any achievement.
It's one thing to get to a better place. It's another thing to stay there.
City Council passing some new bylaws as we head to the next phase.
Want to close the beaches because that would be admitting defeat.
Dr. Eileen Davila.
In food and drink establishments, I recommended
You're
in
gonna
this
stop
report
a bunch of
the screening
meth
of staff
smoking
for
homos from going
COVID-19
to a nude
symptoms at the
beach.
start of
I'm
every
getting
shift,
closer than 2
requiring
meters.
capacity limits of no more than 100 people indoors and
The
10
nude
people
beach, you're
per
gonna
table,
enforce a mask
requiring
bylaw. Are you
customers
retarded?
to be
It only
seated at all
applies to
times
indoors.
unless entering or leaving,
It's your fault,
using the
stupid.
washroom or paying.
City councilors and the mayor also voted to freeze their salaries for this year. I'm Alman Qureshi.
Oh, that's, why are you getting any salary at all?
Recommendations on what back to school should look like, and it includes heading back to the classroom.
You're suing the province again.
The report says going back to school daily is best because it gives students consistency and stability.
Of
When
what?
it comes to masks, they are
No
not
stability,
being recommended
yeah,
for younger
once-
kids, but are for older
Was
ones
it 8,
if physical
7 and a
distancing
half
is
months
not
out of the
possible.
year? You
Other
get beat the shit out
recommendations
of
include
by
staggered
teachers
lunches
over and
and
over
breaks,
because you're a
health
piece of
screening,
shit
and an
nigger
emphasis
over
on
there.
hand hygiene. Premier Ford was asked about the recommendations.
3 months out of the year, you still live in the ghetto.
Especially sick kids or any medical professional. They're the professionals.
They don't like the fact that when you aren't under their thumb every day, you can think, you can breathe. They hate that. They can't impose their dominance on you
A teacher
otherwise.
at David Thompson Secondary in Vancouver says she
Oh,
hasn't
there's
had a
no
lot
such
of
thing
time
as
to plan for a
Micmac,
newly
there's no such
adopted
thing as
semester system.
wigwams,
Erin
there's no
Harbach
black
is also
people
a
in
mom
Canada,
with 3
period.
of
There
her
was
4
never
kids having
slavery. All the
special
white
needs.
people here are great. They brought you weed, they brought you your land, they taught you how to live here. This is the shit I get screamed at me every fucking day in school when they switch it to English.
Compressed learning schedule. So are we going to add time for kids with special needs? Often they are at principal's discretion given an
Francophone's been
extra
here
year.
400
Meanwhile, Terry
years.
Mooring, the president of the BC
Canada been
Teachers
here
Federation, says a
150.
lot more consultation is needed to ensure this
Francos aren't
restart
pushing
plan
it.
works and
Canadian
everyone is
veterans.
kept safe. I'm Marcella Bernardo.
As time inches towards September,
They
April
literally
suggests many
put it
parents are having
because
doubts
it's
about
in
sending their
every
kids to
fucking
school. Tim
essence
Hart
of
reports.
speech. that they
Executive
have
Vice
communicated.
President at Leger Marketing Andrew N says their survey has questions about what parents want to see schools do to help keep everyone
Yeah, see,
safe.
now you're getting
including
people who
over
start to
80%
explain your
of parents in
surveys.
favor
You
of
can't
daily
just tell us what the
temperature checks,
questions are.
all
Used to be you
staff
would tell
wearing
us.
masks, and daily
But a question,
questionnaires.
blah, blah,
But
blah.
where they
This
see
many people
uncertainty,
responded.
mandatory masks for students.
65% of parents felt that would be a good thing, but that's
But science,
still a sizable portion were a bit unsure about the children wearing masks.
Another figure they
the
found in their
science
poll
says
included
kids
a
wearing
question
masks
about
are going to
a
help
classmate
shit.
testing positive with COVID-19. And
Oh, but it made
if
me
this
feel
were to
better.
happen, 50% of parents say they'll remove their child out of school. I'm Tim
You send
Hurd.
people to get your kids
Concerned
circumcised,
families and
ears
education workers in Ottawa
tattooed and shit.
participated in a province-wide day of action outside MPP's offices Wednesday. Chris Curries has the details from outside the office of
I
Ottawa
feel it's
West
better.
of DN's Jeremy Roberts.
My favorite
Parents
one.
and
It
education
doesn't matter if
workers
it's the
united in
father
their
or the
goals to
mother,
get
it's the
children
boy
back
or
into
a girl. The
classrooms
concept
in
that it
September.
has to be
Mark
done so they
McCormack, an
match.
educator, and tells me they just want a safe space to teach.
They're
He
never
wants
going to see
prefer
each
being in
other's
the
parts,
classroom with their
ever.
students.
So in your
But
head,
we
you're
want the
thinking
return
about
to
the
school
tools
to
so
be
much. They got to be the
well-resourced,
same.
well-funded, because it's in the
What kind of
interest of
mental illness is
everyone.
that?
Organizer Mark Chapansky
When are
and
you
parents
ever going
tells
to
me
see
they're
your
advocating
kids
for a
fucking
safe return.
genitals? Then you
Since
have
it's a
to have them
necessity to get
formed
the
the way
economy
you
back on
want.
track, and parents are burnt out and tired. Parents can't go back to
There's
work
at least 4
and take care of
cases
their
of
children
them fucking this up.
and care for their kids
They're
at the
trying
same
to turn
time.
it
It just
into a
doesn't
sex.
work. His son
First
William
sex
turned 6
changes.
today, and he came with
Like
a sign
Dr.
that says,
Shock
"I
was
miss
doing.
school."
They
William on the spectrum, and Chapansky
experiment with our
says
kids
the
here.
pandemic has been extra tough on parents
Random
with children with
janitors
special
here. You
needs,
do the
since
circumcision today.
resources have been sorely lacking.
Oh, I fucked it
On
up. Oh, we'll
Merivale
just
near
turn him into a
Meadowland,
girl.
I'm Chris Curries.
They've done this to
Butch
people.
Canada
Here,
wants
this
to remind you of
Dr.
a few
Shock
housekeeping
lives
rules.
in
If you plan on
Alberta.
visiting the great outdoors over the long
South
weekend,
Africa.
Ronaldo Suarez has
You
the
get accused
details.
of being gay, which
Canada
was
is
a
expecting
crime
a
at
very
the
busy
time.
long
The
weekend.
punishment
Wait times
was
for
to have
parking
a
at Lake
forcible
Louise
sex
range
change.
between 60 to 90 minutes. Christy Gus Averson with Waterton National Park says they ask you to be respectful of the natural environment and not to litter.
We also ask that if you do have a picnic or have a
Listen to these
or
morons.
fuel yourself, that any garbage ends up being packed up and placed in one of our bear-proof bins.
Ms. Davison also said it's important to stay
stupid.
on trails, avoid
Everything you
fast
bring
moving
in, you
water,
bring
and
out.
maintain physical distancing to stay safe. She
There's
also
nothing but
recommended to
pictures,
plan
there's nothing
ahead
but
and wake up
footprints.
early early to avoid long wait times.
Me and my buddies gonna take pictures or leave.
You're listening to All News Radio.
We don't know past shadows.
The roads are calling. At Mazda, we're answering them with advanced driving dynamics, sophisticated style, and being Ajax's most awarded car brand in Canada. We're offering 0% purchase financing on all new 2020 models. No monthly payments for 120 days, and a standard unlimited mileage warranty on every new Mazda. Plus, an unwavering commitment to safety. Let's get back on the road together. Visit your local Mazda dealer or Mazda.ca for details. We all love numbering cars, but did you know they're harmful to pollinators?
It sounds backwards.
By naturalizing our grass-covered landscapes, we can help declining bee.
Exactement.
Mowing less and adding native vegetation to road.
Adding native vegetation. Add what you think native vegetation is. When I see these gardens, it's ridiculous. They get the flowers from Home Depot or whatever. You can see the 6 different versions of the same strain of flower. They've all got their trademark little difference to them. Here's this one, and here's this one. Oh, we're returning it to nature. Why don't you stop planting stuff, since that's what you did that fucked it up? Yeah, I can breathe better already. That air is not blowing around, and what's worse is it's just floating back and forth with all these fucking windows and bathroom fans. These fucking flip idiots downstairs. Royal family. Good for you. Can you turn the fucking switch back on like the fucking law says? It's like thousands of dollars a day to turn that switch off. We're saving money. What are you saving? Where in your head does it cost money for a fan to run? It costs, the only time it actually costs more to start something than to run it is to start an electric motor. Everything else is bullshit. We can turn it on and off and on and off and on and off, and then you won't notice because we're turning it off at night when you're sleeping. Well, I don't sleep at night. You know what I do keep doing? Falling down because there's no oxygen in the air. Sick building syndrome. We've known about it since like 1982. You're not gonna fucking convince us. No, and they want to make it like, oh, black people are ignorant. No, you got people coming from countries they don't even have high-rise buildings. You expect them to know about fire codes, and you expect them to think of that while they're running for their lives trying to find food for their kids and somewhere safe to live. No, so it's not that they're ignorant. I would think be more like that. Either how would you be expected to know this? It's like the exit signs. It's like if you went around in the mall and there were no exit signs. Yeah, you'd notice, but somebody from some other country wouldn't notice. You think you're saving something. You're pulling one over on something. If they only knew. I know. And I've been saying for 8 fucking years, you keep turning the goddamn thing off. And you know when the fire inspections are. You know, you say you don't. Even though they say they don't tell you. They tell you 2 days beforehand. Because I don't want any... Jesus Christ. I can't fucking think. They're constantly suffocating me and telling me I can't remember. No, I can remember perfectly. They don't want any problems or any I can't think of the fucking word I was about to say. But yeah, I know the assholes from the fire marshal's office are calling up first and saying they're inspecting before they do it, because everything magically is up to code for 1 day, and then the inspection's the next day. And as soon as they're gone, it's not even the end of the day. They just turn off the fans and disconnect all the fucking. What? Whose name did I spit out? Whose name did I spit out? I can say these things all I want, but holy fuck, man. This clock thing here is fucked. Whose name did I spit out? You're getting all nervous about what? I'm not the Italian mafia. They own the building I live in. The fire marshal's crooked. Fire service is crooked. Police service is crooked. Mayor is crooked. Everybody here is crooked. If I talk about it, I get told I am, what's the word? I'm either threatening somebody or getting somebody's personal information or libel or slander. But they can say whatever they want about me. All right.
in the fucking elevators. They're turning. They just have to go again. They're gonna rebel no matter what. And fucking, they're finally being forced to do all sorts of things around the building because of different reasons. And they got the fans turned to low. You can see quite clearly since it's a key switch. There's a high setting and a low setting. They've been forced to turn the rooftop fan on, so they're going to slow down the fan that actually brings the fresh air into the elevator. Because why? Because you're niggers and we're going to do this to you. You understand why there's problems between blacks and Italianos when you do this? You defer to some flip bitches that you know are racist as hell, fascist. Italiano World War II crossed with Japanese World War II fascist. You have no idea. Not white crossed with not white, promoting white supremacism, fascist, fake mask, completely. You have no fucking idea what these people are like. They're gonna try to make us I have to keep screaming at them to fuck off and stop being racist. I don't know what you are. Really? Really? You don't remember trying to get in my face, cussing and spitting about something that's none of your business. All the white people want to push through the elevator first. I can't ride with them. I got sickle cell. I need my sickle cell medicine. You're going to scream and yell at me because I'm the nigger. Right. And what happened? You got 20 minutes of shit in your ears, eh? You still got it in your ears. To come and tell me 6 months, oh, I don't know what you are. You forgot who the fuck I am. The last time you saw me was that conversation. You run away every time you see me to now, eh? What's you? You bang on everybody. You're gonna be a racist, white supremacist piece. I'm breaking this law, and I'm breaking that law, and You accused me. You accused me of fucking breaking 3 different laws in a row. You don't even know my name. You're pushing around a piece of stolen property to distribute nepotism, diverted items from the fucking food bank. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Next to be spraying perfume everywhere. Oh, it smells bad in here. Yeah, because you've got the fans turned off. You have the fans turned off. Instead of turning them on to clear out the smell of shit, you're going to cover it up with perfume. Say it does not smell like shit. You know what it smells like? It smells like you. These are people that somehow think because they're getting paid to do something that makes the word professional mean something more. And then they forget we have tenants' rights and land rights and fishing and hunting in pursuit of a living rights. And they don't have any of those rights such as it pertains to anywhere near here. Nothing. They don't even live in the business. It's not even like they live in the building in exchange for their work or something. No, nothing. Because in Ontario, that actually gives you more rights. If you share space with the landlord all of a sudden has more rights than you. So no, don't ever share with the person you're renting from. That'll fuck things up. It used to be bothering me over and over and over. Oh, your house smells. Oh, it's not clean. Oh, you have bugs. Okay, come spray for bugs. Okay, come spray for bugs. Oh, no, we won't spray for bugs. You bug me over and fucking over. As soon as I ask for some, oh, no, we can't do it. No. Yeah, she outright refused to because I'm a nigger. Right. Because I pointed out what she was doing was spreading the bugs from units. She told me outright, yeah, every time when we spray them, we go from every unit to every unit and check them all. Yeah, so you're literally taking the bugs that are running to each unit. You're mixing them, hybridizing them. That's making the blood, the genes healthier. I said that to her, and then the next thing, she don't want to spray my apartment for nothing. And the bug problem slowed down. So I might be totally crazy. Well, I got people trying to make me crazy in a much different way. My way of being crazy is just not caring about dumb shit. They want me to hate my own kind and
support in every fucking way, like a sacrificial slave, the people that are trying to kill me and mine, the people that are stealing off my land right now, land in my name, money from a bank account in my name. I'm supposed to go, oh, okay, it's you're paid my way. The fuck? You're robbing from me. I'm supposed to mentally feel like I belong in a jail. Why would I feel like that? Oh, because we put you in there over and over. Okay, so I never once did the crime. Never once. And that weapons ban is news to me. That's not entered correctly, and there's charges missing off my record. I don't give a fuck what the Italian lawyers said. I've never said you could take anything off my record. How am I supposed to explain my fucking gaps in work history without that? Right. You're gonna fuck me over every which way you can. They think that I'm going to look like a white boy. Every black person just assumes I'm white. They've never thought I was white when they met me. Assumes I'm white, and therefore, if I go to the black-owned business like they know I'm going to get a job, which I'm not going to do, because why would I work for people when I own the land you're on? Why would I work for you when you're squatting on my land, trying to extort money out of me to get what's already mine? Why would I work for you on top of it? Oh, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. The sense of belonging, pride of workmanship. What are you talking about? You'll destroy everything anybody makes, and then you talk about pride of workmanship, and look how much effort it takes on your part to destroy it. Look how good you're. So who makes the Cyclone? That's not the same as those other helicopters. I can't remember what company made it. Even if it is Sikorsky, I don't think it is, but I remember this helicopter and saying there's something wrong with it. It's like these orange helicopters. They got fucking commuter helicopters. I'm not explaining this. Not the big 20 passenger things, the 4 passenger, 6 passenger at best, business class commuter fucking helicopters to carry gurneys and medics. Oh, they can't do CPR. They can't do anything at all inside the orange helicopter. They come pick you up off the highway. You go, oh, good, I'm in a helicopter going to the hospital. Yeah, for the next 20 minutes, you're on your own completely. You might as well not be in the ambulance. They can't do anything. There's literally no room for them to do anything. They could have had them fucking Vietnam era style helicopters for a song and a dance, right? Carry 2 of the fucking things, right? No doors, jump in and out. Fuck, you can see every working component. No, these things have this nice, clean, orange colored shit. Nobody gives a fuck about that when they're bleeding to death. Eh? The fucking doors pop open and fly off and shit off this thing too. That's the other weird thing. Yeah, there's very few things that will change about this building. They're about ventilation. All these exhaust fans gotta have a dryer vent on the back of it so air doesn't blow in. I'm amazed at the way white people will just straight up lie to me about things like I'm retarded. Like I didn't grow up building stuff and fixing stuff. All of a sudden they're educating me. Well, that's called a ground strap. Yeah, what the fuck is that? It's not a strap. It's a wire. Yeah, ground wire, ground cable. It's not. Oh, this is to naturally vent. That's on purpose for this to ventilate. That no, well the RTB is pushing the air the other way. Oh, not if you turn it off. That's right. So you make up a story. I've heard every fucking bullshit excuse of how a building's supposed to work. People will start, well, it's got a kind of like sort of a, buddy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they get mad. They get so mad because I'll point this shit out in front of people's bosses. They start bullshitting me. I walked up to my friend's house one time. Her 2 idiot sons installed steps upside down, but they hadn't put the fucking steps and risers on, just the fucking diagonal pieces. Hey, it's upside down. They both flip out, get mad at me, start screaming and yelling at me to shut the fuck up, and blah, blah, blah. They're both supposedly professional carpenters and roofers and all this stuff. Words out of the one man's mouth. Oh, I hate Mike Holmes. If you don't know who that is, Mike Holmes, Holmes on Holmes or whatever. When the man said that, I was not a TV watcher. Later, I see like one episode of the show and I go, oh, that's why he fucking hates him. Mike Holmes does carpentry correctly. I think I saw 2 episodes or something. He points out like all these little things that people, oh, it doesn't matter. I did it my way. It does, but you lean on the railing and fall 40 feet into a fucking pile of rocks. It matters. You die in your sleep of sewage gas and carbon monoxide because some idiot crackhead white boy said, oh, it works this way actually. There's no liability. They will never fucking investigate shit like that and put anybody in jail for that because it's just some niggers. And lie all they want. Whichever witness has the palest skin to anything, whoever stands up and says blah, blah, blah. They literally put where they're from in their letter. And they pretend that race isn't a fucking thing. And then no matter which angle we come from, Parkdale. Oh, you're from the ghetto. No, actually, we've been here longer than Toronto. Oh, yeah, because you ran from slavery. No, we came here before, though. Well, there were no niggers here. There was no slavery and blah, blah, blah. They tried convincing us there were no Indians here. Remember that for like 470 years, they tried convincing us there was no Indians here when they got here. Somehow we got here afterwards. And we came from Asia. And nothing in common with Asians, but we came from Asia. Genius. That may be crazy, but this fucking...
And have people shocked when they're going to do profiles.
Profile means profile, so, and then he turns it over. Profile, all sorts of data and stuff like this. I don't know what the wobbly shit is. I'm not fucking doing this, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on with this fucking shit? I don't know what effect you're putting on the video. I'd like to hear my man talking about killing shit, eh? Without watching this weird drunken kaleidoscope hallucination shit.
You can't spell ball without the AR. Vote me for mayor. Taking helicopters down with a little laser. And the cannon I'm holding back at a fucking mega. Yaga, the liquor for the shots to make you stagger. For my little brother, cause like he loves my partners. Real bad boy, brown baby, y'all watch. With this empire, it's nothing like Rogers. These are enemy lines, nobody can cross it. I'm a slave for rappers and in a battle with parts of a strip of tits. 4 clips like a bitch's wig fiction. Murder gang sick shit. Got me reading the words as of my victim lip syncs. Bitches say murders. Niggas know I'm running through the streets of beef. Like the hamburger with the burner. No food surfing. Yeah, still M3G reppin'. Man, sitting in the vehicle. Lighting on people. Taking your prized possession like a reaper. Kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow. Holding on the hammer. Call it Home Depot. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow. Holding on the hammer. Call it Home Depot. I'm at the bar ordering a Heineken. Waiting for the scene to fall back. I was timing him. Fronting him a double set of check me run 9 and 10. MGK wild boy. Nigga, we some wild men. Brought together life again. Rifles like the Irishman. Used to come in bench. But Charlie was a rider man. Niggas try to end me for the money. Call a fireman or put my fucking flame up. Go ahead and try it then. By all means, do you. I'm creeping through the field, shot the Zulu. Cruising in the Subaru. Murder gang crew, punch dogs and give them bobos. You lose. Tying what kind of like 2 shoes. Listen, Junior, it's easy to hire shooters to whack you. Right now, I'd rather smack you. Don't even attempt, I won't gap you. Really, I don't have to. Slap the kid so hard, I point a wonder, call him Matthew. Subliminal. Murder gang squad in effect. I set it up to win no bots. You about to follow my dialect. My number, you ain't dial yet. That judge ain't fire yet. By the end of this track, a motherfucker buying it. That bitch holds cages and a couple 45s in it. Catch a couple cases, but I'll beat him if I'm hiding it. In the L spot, nigga known for the kill shot. Cause I'm the nigga that shot Jack and
chill out the hilltop. Lil Red Rider Hood was Rider Hood, the song blew her up now. She ain't riding through the hood. And Woody Woodpecker was a fag while Batman got chest and panties over his pants. Spidey was a swinger. Wolverine's a nigga that's obvious that I ain't gotta mention that spinner. Well, I'm after cheddar in my mouth, but Deadpool blast for cheddar. Trying to make out is better. Yeah, I'm sitting in the vehicle, plotting on people. Taking your prized possession like a reaper, kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow, calling on the hammer. Call it Home Depot. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow, calling on the hammer. Call it Home Depot.
Wonderful job yourself in Chinese. Don't forget to check out our website at crienglish.com and don't forget to click on Learn Chinese. 明天见. 明天见.
Join the most popular Chinese language learning page on Facebook.
From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prairie horizon. Honeymoon chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Get your mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it done. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some, then we can go from there. Keep it PG, what you see what I mean. Let's go for let me walk and trail and watch the sunset and the moon and how the whales get rocked by the river and sit on the beach. Quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing. And I can do my thing, the we can do our thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing, so do your thing. And I can do my thing, the we can do our thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, got no time to be blind. I get it, got it good, you're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you, totally misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, and you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of the lows. You're dreaming and being, I'm dreaming world tours. And I think it's very sexy when you show me your flaws. Dress and caress and get the best of me. I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be that, honey. I'll support you in the front row seat. And baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. The we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing, so do your thing. And I can do my thing. The we can do a thing. Baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. The we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing, so do your thing. And I can do my thing. The we can do a thing.
Local coronavirus cases on Wednesday. In Xinjiang, 96 infections were reported in the city of Urumqi, bringing the total of recent outbreak to over 400. Of the other cases, 5 were found in Liaoning province and 1 in the capital, Beijing. The U.S. military has unveiled plans to withdraw about 12,000 troops from Germany following a decision by President Donald Trump. Defense Secretary Mark Esper says they will keep half of the troops in Europe to prevent undermining NATO and its efforts to deter Russian intervention.
Of the 11,900, nearly 5,600 service members will be repositioned within NATO countries, and approximately 6,400 will return to the United States, though many of these or similar units will begin conducting rotational deployments back to Europe.
Trump announced his intention to cut the 36,000-strong U.S. troop contingent in Germany to 25,000 last month. He has accused Germany of failing to meet NATO's defense spending target and accused it of taking advantage of the United States on trade. Esper says some troops leaving Germany will reposition to the Black Sea region and some could temporarily deploy to the Baltics. Australia's Ashley Barty, the top-ranked singles player in women's tennis, says she will skip the US Open and the tournament preceding it in New York due to concerns over the coronavirus pandemic. The Western and Southern Open, which is held annually in Cincinnati, has been moved to New York this year and is set to start in mid-August. The US Open kicks off on August the 31st and will be held in its usual home in Flushing Meadows, Queens, but will be played without fans in attendance to limit the spread of the virus. The reigning French Open champion will decide later whether to defend her title at Roland Garros starting in late September. Members of the World Trade Organization have established a trade dispute panel to consider and rule on a complaint by South Korea against Japan's export restrictions. The restrictions focus on key components for items like semiconductors, mobile phones, and TV displays. The Japanese side has claimed that the export restrictions are needed for national security. The establishment of the dispute panel has set off preparations and talks which may last several months before a decision is reached. Japan can still appeal any decision against it to the WTO's top arbitrators. Huawei is the only Chinese tech firm on this year's list of the world's most valuable brands. The company registered $8.5 billion in brand value and around $190 billion in brand revenue, good for 93rd on the Forbes list. Apple topped the list as the most valuable brand with over $240 billion in brand value, followed by Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. And that's the news. I'm Shaggy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roundtable, coming to you live from Beijing. Roundtable.
Roundtable. Connecting China and the world.
We bring you fun and timely discussions about what's affecting our lives everywhere, every day. Tune in to Roundtable, where the East meets the West, and understanding is the goal.
Insightful analysis, bold comments, friendly debate. Find all that and more on Roundtable, where passion meets in-depth discussion and covers the hottest topics in China.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roundtable, coming to you live from Beijing. I'm He Yang, joined by Huang Shen and Nila in the studio. Good as always to have you for this ride. We have some fascinating topics for discussion today and every day. On today's program, a plain white t-shirt costs less than $10 to make, and this one is priced at close to $100 US dollars. Why is it so expensive? Because there's a celebrity name tag attached to it. So will it sell? And we'll discuss the feats and fails of celebrity fashion labels. And a college graduate from a top Chinese university graduated with a design degree, and what's he doing with that degree? He's building cat villas. What is that? How did he get involved in building luxury cat condos? And you might be surprised at the sales figures too, because I'm saying here, people are really interested in these luxury pet products these days. You can find us on Apple Podcasts at Roundtable China. Subscribe, rate, and review us. It will help other folks to find the show. But first, on today's Roundtable. Celebrities love a good side hustle, whether it's designing their own clothing line, creating a perfume, or investing in a restaurant. But not every business idea that a celebrity puts their clout behind becomes sportswear powerhouse leading or the honest company headed by Jessica Alba, I believe. Recently, a few celebrities have launched their street fashion brands. A plain white t-shirt is priced at nearly $100 in one of these clothing lines, and I'm just wondering if people are going to foot the bill. So, Huangshan, give us the tales of success and failure in recent years when it comes to celebrities starting their own fashion label. Yeah, so the first brand we would like to introduce is from Jackson Wang, or Wang Zhao in Chinese. So after 3 years preparation, he has finally launched his highly anticipated premium fashion brand Team Wang Design in Shanghai. And it seems like when I log into my social media, no matter Xiaohongshu or WeChat, it seems like everyone is talking about it. And he announced this news back in June on his Instagram and other social media platforms. He said like he's trying to carry out this personal label after years of designing and strategizing, because he only wants to present the outfits that he feels comfortable and confident to wear, and before he showed this to his fans. And it seems like the collection is quite successful, and it features pieces such as tracksuit bottoms, hoodies, and tops, but the price is a little bit not that friendly to many people, because it's ranging from, for example, 54 to 224 US dollars. But I guess his fans won't care about the price, and all the pieces they enter this brand, they are in the stark colors and very simple design, I would say. And usually I think the most popular items are hoodies and t-shirts, and I checked some people share on their Xiaohongshu and about how to get one of the t-shirts. It's super hard, and you have to, because it's located in a shopping mall in Jing'an district in Shanghai, and you have to arrive at the shopping mall before its opening hour, and you may have to wait in the shopping mall, the entrance, for 2 or 3 hours, and then you wait another line inside shopping mall for entering the Team Wang shop. And then if you're lucky, you can get one of the t-shirt. And this is a story of Jackson Wang, and not very long ago, and the other idol who was born after 2000, and his name is Huang Minghao, or I think his stage name is Justin, from an idol group. And he also launched his own brand called, I think it's called 2x2, and which focuses on fashion clothes as well. And some of his friends in the entertainment industry just put on the clothes and have the street shots and trying to do the promotions. So if we look at the entertainment industry nowadays, they are not the pioneer to create their own street fashion brand. Honestly, the first Chinese idol who ever created his, fashion label was Chris Wu, my idol as well. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that from Huangshan, and had some updates from time to time about how things go with this man as well as Chris Wu. But definitely, it's not something particularly new that celebrities dab into other things than singing, acting, or their day job kind of thing. So become an entrepreneur. But with fashion labels or Choupai, these really trendy, usually stores that sell apparel or bags or footwear, these kind of things, it sort of becomes something of a phenomenon of young celebrities these days. So Mila, after your observation, what do you think this move of celebrities? I mean, if we all were celebrities, we all want to leverage, our fame and success in whatever industry we are in, because I think a lot of celebrities do understand that sometimes this fame, there comes a time when they will fade away, the fame will fade away. So when that time comes, they want to be able to sort of have a continuation of still making money, perhaps through their own labels, etc. But I just think that nowadays, every time I hear there's another celebrity who's come up with their own fashion line, I'm just thinking, why? Because it's too much. It's too much. We already have brands that are already established. And to be fair, even when they do this, it's not like it's something like completely unique. There's nothing completely unique about just a t-shirt with a few drawings here and there. A t-shirt is a t-shirt is a t-shirt. So
to me, yeah, the people who've gone out there and they've made a lot of money. You mentioned Jessica Alba as one of the rare examples of celebrities who've become billionaires away from their celebrity status. But there are also those that have had this epic failure. And let's hear them out. What about the epic fails? Yeah, there are reasons. I'm sure we're going to discuss the reasons.
No, it figured to be there.
The Adventures of Rocky Jordan, the big
game. No. Wait.
Oh, yeah!
The radio station is getting weird, man.
All right! Come on!
The current time is 5:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for central North Carolina for today and tonight. Scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening will be capable of producing locally damaging wind gusts, especially across the northern Piedmont. In addition, the storms may be slow-moving and produce torrential downpours, so localized flooding is a possibility. And now the extended outlook for the period Friday through Wednesday. Scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms with heavy rain will pose a risk of localized flooding each afternoon and evening. In addition, heat indices of 103 to 105 are possible in the coastal plain on Friday and Saturday. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation is not expected at this time. The air quality forecast for Thursday in Orange County is 40, or code green. Air quality is expected to be good, with the primary pollutant of small particulate. Here is the latest advisory information from the National Hurricane Center. At 5 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, the center of Tropical Storm Isaias was located near latitude 17.2 north, longitude 67.9 west. Isaias is moving toward the northwest near 21 miles per hour, and a west-northwestward to northwestward motion with some decrease in forward speed is expected over the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the center of Isaias will move.
The difference between B-19 and COVID-19 is COVID-19 doesn't die when it dries out. They keep telling you respiratory droplets, and then everybody thinks of wet. They don't think of all the dry stuff. It doesn't die when it dries out. This shit, I gotta pass from any bodily fluid is whatever, but it won't survive if it dries out. I understand correctly, but these people lie to me so much I don't know anymore. Priceless.
Why don't you come around here and I'll make you feel right at home? From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it done.
I fucking hate yawning. I don't ever put myself in a position of being relaxed.
A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it done. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some, then we can go from there. Keep it PG, but you see what I mean. Let's go. Let me walk and trail and watch the sunset and the moon until the veils get rocked by the river and sit on the beach. Quiet times in the city can never be beat. So baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, got no time to be blind. I get it, got it good. You're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you, you ain't misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, and you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of the lows. You're dreaming of me, and I'm dreaming world tours. And I think it's very sexy when you show me your full pose. Dressing, caressing, get the best of me. I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be that, honey. I'll support you in the front row seat. Then, baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing. Baby, you can do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do my thing. No, we can do our thing.
Yeah. Don't give me 10 seconds to battle you back, bitch. I'll leave you in a casket, just using my lips, cause I'm a verbal murderer. You heard of me before, derelict. The one the sickest rappers keeping it in store. I'ma keep it on lock, my lip locks like a Glock. I pop shots out my tongue and I'ma leave your ass shot. I laceration stop the throat from the mic cord. You wanna come at me and claim me that you're hardcore. I battle rap and victimize you fucking whack MCs. So don't come at me cause I'm like a venereal disease. Leave you sicking like the clap from Eddie gonorrhea. You don't wanna fuck with this shit because I'll see you to your deathbed. Off the shit that I said, off the shit that I spit off my head, leaving you a dread, locked like the hairstyle. While I stay so fire with my profile, I mean I lock it up down with my cerebral. While all you and your people been acting like you're so evil, but you ain't bad at all. You need a slap across the jaw, whack and roll, cause claiming shit that you ain't never done before. You're claiming that you're grimy and gritty and hardcore and roll, but I think that you learned hardcore with scare bands, and I don't care, man, cause I don't really play fair. I'm here to battle you, start a cipher and spark it, or else I'm gonna have to jack you up and rob your pockets, rob your wallets. Don't know what you want to call it, being a victimizing gang. When this team is how we stole it. We stolen on the streets and invading the homes and kicking out fucking laws and putting guns to the domes. I'm a hypocritical cat who used to stuff packs. Now I slang crack. No, I don't slang crack because I'm hypocritical because I said it was so bad. Now I'm sitting here and I'm acting oh so mad, but I'm oh so glad. At the same time, my brothers be making money, but it gets off the packs and that ain't damn funny. Seen the rig up in the fucking yard. Seeing people run up like, oh my god, like what we gonna do? Our kids be getting stabbed up. Age of 12, like yo, let's get this trash up and get this cash up and take them out. Cause we need to band together and get the fakes out. The negativity's the life for helping me focus on everything else, not the positive. So let's go on and just flow. I'ma keep it on the mic, just flow. I'ma keep it on the mic and just flow. And I'ma keep it on the mic. All your fake ass slurs of life, and let's go. I'ma keep it on the mic. And I'ma keep it on the mic and just go. And I'ma keep it on the mic. I'ma keep it on the mic. John Gotti, CTM Music Group, baby. Woo! Pow! Yeah, we're trying to get the paper, I'm just trying to get rich. We're doing for the big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes tips. And yes, I'm a rock, but I'm looking for a lick. You gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick. Rolling through the city, got my Louis Lowe's on. And I tell these motherfuckers, yeah, I get my smoke on. Cheech, Chong, bust out the bomb. Smoking all day, flipping bricks by the yard. And you can try to do it, don't quit your day job. The streets each up will make the times real hard. That's why I got all these tattooed scars. Chilling in the city bars, rolling in the fancy cars. Swearing I'm a superstar. Yeah, I look like a model. B-I-O-R. Money in the rubber band, stack it till you can't mark. Yeah, I got the trade pals, got a real loud bar. I do the dirt in the dirt, fucking do it broad day. I got so many toys, AKs, SKs, long range, short range. Red state, no brain. Who am I kidding, motherfucker, crime pays. Yeah, we're trying to get the paper, I'm just trying to get rich. We do it for the big face, dead presidents. I got a Lamborghini dream, still got Mercedes Benz. And yes, I'm a boss, but I'm looking for a lick. You gotta get it how you live when life is like this. And yes, I need 36, a whole fucking brick.
Yo, come on, follow the map, my controller who will hold you like a stiff tip, will work you like a flick trip. I'm crazy back the shit. It's getting ill sick. I'm deck out the verbs, nigga. It's the big mix. Coming fast from the vats of black wax. In fact, I cramp stacks of acts up on the shelves. So fans can help themselves. I prove my record sales. Move along, cause yo, there ain't no pausing. I'm causing catastrophe. I hate to be the one coming after the black dick dastardly. I heat them up even in winter. I spin the beginners. I'm eating pussies for dinner, but just remember, I ain't no downtown clown. I run the mellow ass sounds, the real shit, boy, straight from the dead ground. Yo, Grand, easy back it up. 5 for 5 on the data alive. For food, soft potatoes with sour cream and chives. No job. If I was you, I'd come through and catch a dose of my strict technique. Straight from Suicide Street. I work a beat like a cop. Trash a pawn shops, frontin' city trends, cause I'm giving niggas speed. Nah, yeah, there ain't no frontin' on the fact. I said the deadly in my habitat like a loose fly trap. I run the G-Bass sounds. I'm putting real shit down. So check shorty, straight from the dead ground. Your dead land kids, dirty biz for niche or pop a hash. Dig a stash, know what I'm saying? I'm out the race like stank on sewage. If your record ain't out by now, you fucking blew it. I ain't here to walk on faggot.
My mom worked in some of these office towers. People I know, all sorts of them worked in constructing them in the 70s and 80s and shit. All these office towers and these high-rise buildings that popped up around like the 60s, 70s, this one, for example. You know all about these buildings. Fucking, yeah, the people working in them didn't always live in the same type of building. Yeah, now we all know, everybody knows, sick building syndrome. We know what it is. You fuck with the airflow to make people sick on purpose. And fuck, I can't fucking focus on shit. No fucking oxygen. I'm fine now. What the fuck is going on? Is that yawning bullshit? Oh, you're tired. That's not what yawning means. There's a weird reptilian response to detecting high levels of carbon dioxide. Low levels of oxygen would have my blood fucking up. High levels of carbon dioxide, that means the air in here is coming out of somebody else's fucking house somewhere. These idiots will do anything they can to fuck the ventilation up. Walking around sick, they're all walking around sick expecting all the rest of them to feel sorry for them. They're all expecting everyone to feel sorry for them when they got themselves sick. This should actually happen already. No, I'm gonna do it. What this happen?
Yeah, you know there ain't a black guy. Ain't no fucking battle rapper. Ain't no.
Nothing on my wrist, nothing on my neck, nothing on my fist, it's all on my check. Don't you get the gist? I got the confidence, don't need a brand on my chest. I know what my value is. Wealthy people don't need jewelry. Look at 21 Savage and Bill Gates. The rap industry got a complex. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. I'm the opposite of Microsoft, I'm big and hard. Let that resonate, maybe a little more. I got that lyricism sprinkled with a lot of flow. I made my sauce authentic on a chopping board. Baby, it's spicy, be careful. Don't check the bottle too much, be gentle. It's kinda high on the Scoville level. Don't burn your tongue, don't get it in your eyes too. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes, actually. Self-care, yeah, got a lot of that. No food tastes good as having a six-pack. You should cut your snack same way you cut that crack. Then you wouldn't look fat as a Cadillac. baby, looking like a snack. I can see you did them squats on the squat rack. I don't need a beat, I don't really need a track. You can be my producer with your booty clap. I turned reality into a lucid dream. I turned a lucid dream into whipped cream. Cash rules, nothing around me. I only use it for paper planes actually. Baby, keep your pants on, zip tight, locked off. This is not the time for you to rack it up. We be in court, the judge is getting cross. You robbed the bank, baby, you took your mask off. You took 100K and left it at my front door. Thought it was funny, nice joke. Cause you know I bail you out no matter what the cost. I need that flavor, baby, shit, cause I got the sauce. Cause I got the sauce. I said it cause I got the sauce. Shit, cause I got the sauce. Shit, cause I got the sauce.
Yeah, my name is Riley, son. But you know, niggas call me AKA Riley Escobar, you know?
I'm just remembering, so on other sites other than this one, people will complain that their shit got deleted, some shit got deleted, whatever, off this site, and they don't want to mention all the rules they broke. And yeah, it's coming back to me. I remember a couple years ago, they should go, all these different channels related to such and such a thing got deleted. Yeah, but every single one of them was trying to sneakily sell shit on the fucking... You could walk up to anybody dressed like me and try and buy drugs. That's been known for a long time. That's not what this is about. They're like, oh, these guys with their Hells Angels jackets, that's what's scaring people, in their jewelry. We got to take their jewelry because the jewelry is scary. And the judge saying, no, that's bullshit. People know who the fuck they are with or without the jewelry. That's a bad word. This is where bad words come from. Bad words. I don't know what that is, but it used to be attached to me.
See? Cause I be in the street.
The equivalent of me hearing this and say, oh, they got little kids playing with guns and selling drugs. Like, you don't hear the flute playing. Like, there's some work went into it. There's a concept that works. That's some words I don't like. I'm a flip out.
You would not make it, and I'm not hating. I see the future, that's so raven. Kick down your door, big strap waving. On your knees, hands up like he praying. Guns blast, he runs fast like Jamaicans. I won't stop till I make it. Strip a man naked, not on a date. You got the work where the sun's not shining.
Make a forward reference, Ronnie.
Others, your highness, I'm a rude boy, but still I'm a jealous. Can't break me, skin hard like melons. My team got ice time like the velvet. Big zinc coke on my stomach, no pregnant. Bad not the cops.
Who you arrested?
Black out bodies on every intersection. Guns so dirty, the inside's rusted. WD-40 make it shine like a necklace. I throw the Maggie in the back like Arctic. No domestic, all aim for the waist. Stick a man up like a magnet on the fridge. Jimmy, you ain't strapped like them niggas in the bin. You ain't strapped, so stop telling stories. I read the truth to you niggas like Maury. If we in the White House, I'm blue. If he talks, blow him like a flute. It's not how you talk, it's how you do your dirt. Some niggas got flight for the work. Yo, I been on my grizzly, trap no squizzy. Late night posted, chicken get busy. You think you hot? So come fuck with me. Nah, you won't catch me, slipping like Kane. Young nigga ride out, bang on range. Niggas think they hot, shoot at they dick. It's wire and the GPS, we pop at your frame. Miss P89, I love the way they shine. The way I grip on you, that's how I know you mine. The way I bust you off, that's how I know you run. You niggas think you hot, so come take mine. Then I heard through the grapevine, they wanna take mine. So I ride around with this old 39. Niggas think they hot, pop at they mom. After that shit, wait at they baby mom. Me and Ron Dog ride out with this slum. You better tell your mom. Shit blows like a bomb. Niggas think they hot, I'm going out. Slap this in 3 months, time to get it passed off. Two-tone king, half black, half patch rock. They see the niggas macking straight, no strings attached. Heard how I came up on it and had to bring it back, cause we the boondocks and the boondocks. I'm the type to shank you, Ronnie, or get you boondock. Loon got me lifted, push got me flying, liquor got me in the mood, you know that I'm riding. Growing in this jungle, bro, you gotta love this life. Call me a tiger, cause I ain't gotta earn a strike. Free up on the food, creep up and make it happen right. This is my life, in this new place, fuck a football. A nigga catch a showcase, and that's the shit that happens when you catch me wet. But H and get us both down. We do that shit broad day, we ride out. So let's go down, don't get close, get with it or get rolled on. That 3-5 make it roll, dog. And I ain't talking sick when it's so long.
It's on.
Go get
close.
It's on.
Come wide. Just let me think. Yeah, just let me.
Yes, nigga. Word take, we slim, we out here. Don't get in those, nigga.
We the prettiest of the shooters behind me. She's the wide lights, this is the 990s, so don't sleep, no. Nigga, we all what, won't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. We the prettiest, got the shooters behind me. She's the wide lights, this is the 990s, so don't sleep, nigga, we all what, don't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. On the same stage, running with the same click, never gonna change, no, nigga, only change hoes. And the pool, but only if it's fucking up, play some aim and niggas above the button. I'm hard in the paint, no patch of fucking no. 3 packs of clip that to get our shit up. All the other hot shit is a stick up. Never a 9 to 5, cause I ain't got no day job. From the slums, little homie, when we play hard, you don't wanna see the 30-30 when it sprays on. I'm 22 to walk around 3/8 for the beef. The 40 to lick them down, the max for the DC. Heard niggas saying but they wanna make tracks with us. Before that, didn't even crack to us. Going hard in the booth, it's a takeover. And the brown into your face, that's a makeover. 2 and 5 for a Q. The rest profit, hustles my thing. Won't sleep till I knock it. And don't push me, cause I ain't in the drop. So I ain't scared if you got it. It's me you comparing to. I ain't finished my fair share yet, but I hear them just start. And I ain't talking about no jump shot, brush them off, go top. You know the cold hard tracks. Didn't think I was capable. 4-5 pipe on my trace of quick up shot. Didn't think I was capable. 4-5 pipe on my citizen trace of
You niggas gon' ride something like a black eye. Aim a fire at your back and when you backfire. Cause my gat's the same size as a blow dryer. Never true in your raps with some damn liars. Great job, make them spit through the wires. And you don't supply shit to a buyer. I'm the king of gang rap, call me sire. That's hate, but privately you rate and admire. Your rubber grip tight, no pliers. I gotta take you out, call it quits or retire. The 4th room down, 5th lift from up. Barrels don't leave shells, so I'm switching up. Something like a bus driver still picking up. Got your hands in your pocket, nigga, stick 'em up. Palmer projects, money's no objects. So we finger fuck Max, so we podcast. Slide in, slide out, drop where we ride out. Down, go, I got rounds at you downtown. Stop you standing up till I tell them sit down. Stomach on the ground, hands behind your back and your neck. When I'm digging in your cash, give me that in your trip. All for the rest. He said, check the weed, leave the cash. What? I'ma do him dirty, Mad Max. Sure, niggas get slapped, bitches get snapped and get smacked face down when I'm breaking her back. Go, we got metal like a rap, made a name in rap. I ain't setting it for track. So, I'ma need me a back that C-O-L-T. Parked in my rack, still unstolen. Stereo scratch up on my actions. Stop the madness, I'm reeling up, get it gone. Mad shit, they can't go sleep like I don't got a night show. Center ain't class, didn't see wrong, now run up on them close. I ain't doing wrong, but I'm clear of blood strong till it jumps on my ball. Till it highly dangerous and no to me arms are dangerous. Sicker than SARS, I ain't saying this, but I'm a whole star. Off, snap, crack, pop like camera. Off, snap, run, duck, just hide when I let off. One man in the mask, Nine in the nine with the strap to your man's vision black. With the phone dog and outside. OGs for YG. Scroll clap, we clap. Do you come and try me? 70s and 90s. Been moving grimy. Blood rush till it's hooked up to the ivy. 4 or 5 will stretch you. Anything you stroke. Until they end up on the stretcher, better yet a coffin. Yo, Critians, so we ain't in a no long talking. Money overflow, back on my bullshit. These punks that I grew with, acting like you're too sick, too slow. Cash making me ever switch sides, or babble to the jakes, almost get my crunch fried. My mind's fried, see I don't give a fuck. Skank it with a YG, guarantee we hit them up. Take a nigga slut, now you know me. Never look back since my first pack in 03 pack, nigga. Plus I get busy with these OGs, screaming outside, outside, all the police. Fucked up when I nip, when I have a beef. Snakes selling cop chops, now you only 10 G's. Till I go to sleep, kill you for the ABK. The marksman, shoot for fun. What the fuck's a murder one? Bad news if you run into the DBS. All I do is give one nod, then he breathes the tech. Then he breathes the tech. All I do is give one nod, then he breathes the tech. We the Critians, we're the shooters behind line. OGs the YY, the 70s, the 90s. So don't sleep, no nigga, we all what? Won't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. We the Critians, got the shooters behind line. OGs the YY, the 70s, the 90s. So don't sleep, nigga, we all what? Don't matter who it is, bound to get the job done.
But with a lot of urban,
there is adoption, fostering.
Oh, yeah,
so many children out there who could
but
use
that will
a
involve
bit of pampering.
But if you want to adopt a kid, it involves lots of paperwork, a very long procedure, and also it's quite expensive. And also at the same time, you
If somebody
don't know.
spends 5,000 yuan on a cat,
It's maybe $1 million US issue, so it's different levels. And because recently I do understand their mentalities because my cousin and his wife, they decided not to have a baby. So they are treating their French bulldog as their son. So they want to give him the best for everything from eating and dressing or the living condition. And nowadays the pets, they also need some social life. I think I have mentioned this on the show for several times. So before the coronavirus, of course, and because now we all want social distancing. And there's a group of people who really love French bulldogs. They will hold offline social activities for their pets because they will bring their cats into a very dog-friendly restaurant. They will encourage them to mingle with each other and to be friends with each other because these animals, these pets, they still have their spiritual needs or their emotional needs. So they want to hang out with their friends and who are also dogs. So, well, now people not only care about the physical conditions or well-beings of the dogs or cats, the pets, they also care about psychological needs or emotional needs of these pets. Maybe that's the reason why so many people want to buy this cat villa. And also the consumers are not limited in China. So Zhang Jian mentioned that some of his customers are from the States, from European countries, and there's even one buyer, one customer in the States wanted to buy this villa so badly, and the money he spent it on the transportation fee or delivery fee was about 100,000 yuan just to deliver this fancy cat villa from China to the States. So that's incredible, I would say. But I mean,
I'm not a pet person. But I, it's something that I will never understand. And I mean, whatever makes people happy. I mean, it reminds me of a story I was reading a couple of days ago of another Chinese lady who quit her corporate job in Beijing and went back to her hometown. And now she's become a designer she's making designer handful clothes for cats.
Yeah, her story is kind of related to this one too. So,
I thought, well, if it's fulfilling her desire, her needs, that's okay. It's just that when it comes to pampering pets, it's just something. It just makes me, want to punch a wall or something. I just don't get it.
Yeah, well, I guess for the pet owners, they establish that emotional bond with the pets. And also, I think it might be sort of media hyperbole when we talk about we only look at
It is how the word is spelled,
sort of
isn't it?
luxury end of pets products consumption, and also the fancy dates and parties that's arranged by pets. Apparently,
It's one way to meet people.
And also I think just for most people, out there, getting a pet, if we have to compare with having a baby, is still having a baby is, you know, a million tons more responsibility and cost and all that. I think that is something that most people would agree with. It's just in China, with urbanization taking place in the last few decades, and I think we're seeing that the population and demographic preference to many things have changed, and it's raised eyebrows in occasion. When you look at the market size of the pet industry in China, according to a white paper in 2019, the consumption market is, and this is only looking at urban areas, it's exceeded 2,000 billion yuan. Wow. That is actually, if you it should be 200 billion yuan, so it'd be something close to 28.8 billion US dollars. And that is a lot of money, and that is also a lot of love and attention that's showered on creatures that are not human beings. And I think that is an interesting fact, because people have organized our families, our lives in such a different manner than in, let's say, agrarial society. So now, so many people talk about, you know, feeling lonely and finding it so difficult to establish meaningful human contact, despite the fact that we're on social media all the time, and just having a furry ball to cling to, especially during the coronavirus business, when it's made us look at life in such a different way, and companionship seems most needed than ever, then I think I can, in theory, understand a lot of this love that has nowhere to go
I need more
but
soy
to
sauce on my dog
a cat,
steak.
a dog, sometimes really weird creatures too, like
Ow.
a plant. Yeah. Okay, that's a different direction.
I think the most radical I've been with having a pet is getting a plant.
I would never associate that with radical, but I think I know what you mean here, Neela. Yeah, so when we look at this particular story, though, another thing that's caught people's attention is, I suppose, the identity of this young man, because he's graduated from the Oxbridge of China, Tsinghua University, and there's always almost this halo that is attached to these guys. It's almost like, oh, if you're a graduate of such a prestigious university, and usually people work so hard to get in and graduate.
What fucking school did you mean?
People kind of expect them to be doing, let's say, if he's building Tesla cars, then this wouldn't necessarily be news. But he's doing something that is so unexpected, that is engaged in a emerging industry, and also I think using his talent in this particular area. Do you think, as some of the oldies would say, that would question, was it like a waste of educational resources that this guy received all this education and he's building the cat villas, the cat condos now? What do you think of that?
I mean, I don't think it was a waste of resources, because at the end of the day, like I said, he's still using his craft, he's still honing his craft. Without that, I doubt he'll be able to build these luxurious villas for pets. And who knows, maybe he might just end up, create making up his own conglomerate that might go global, and that's being very smart. I think the problem here is people expect you to be working for the if you go to these expensive schools, and people expect you to sort of just work in on Wall Street and in big multinational companies. But what a lot of people realize is like, yes, you might have gained all that skill, but when you're at work, maybe this guy must have been experiencing a serious burnout, that he felt like his soul was just being sucked into this corporate world that he didn't like. Yes, maybe he might have been good at his job, but he didn't enjoy it. He perhaps found it really hard to get up and go to work every day. And all of a sudden, this beautiful something comes up, and maybe at that point he was struggling with because a lot of people, I think there was research that was done that a lot of us, about 80% of people they don't know what their real passion is. So maybe he might have been struggling with he's tired of this corporate life. He wants to get out and do something for himself, but he just didn't know what until this chinchilla showed up, and all of a sudden it was just that it gave him that light bulb moment.
It just showed up. Wait,
he seemingly seems to be very happy.
Yeah, and I think according to our traditional definition of success and the traditional career planning of these prestigious university graduates, maybe his choice was pretty bold. Maybe for some people they think it's strange because you graduated from Tsinghua University, you should enter a big, nice company and become maybe a white collar and gradually advance to gold collar workers. That's a traditional career path. But I would like to say the things what he's doing is still following his passion, and also is still in his forte because he was majoring in industrial design. He's just actually maximizing his strength in creating.
He's just not creating cars.
Some products that can bring pleasure to lots of lonely people and trying to heal their soul. I think it's a pretty impressive major choice or career choice. And also at the same time, I think now we have been limited by this traditional planning or stuff, and you want to be creative. Nowadays, I think the most like I would say the talent in scarcity is your creativity or the capability of doing innovation. I think he's very bold in this regard, and I believe he'll be successful because you have the courage to do something. We call it new occupations or the entrepreneurship, and that's what can make him stand out from the crowd. Because every year, even you graduated from Tsinghua University, there are loads of people graduating from the same level universities, and someone maybe even graduated from the Ivy League schools from the States. There are lots of talents there. How you can stand out? You need to have your own creativity and do something that other people haven't touched on. Actually, I would go as far as saying that this is true talent, because I think graduating from a prestigious university doesn't necessarily make you talent.
Exactly.
Yeah, and for this guy,
or successful for that matter.
Yes, and also, well, what's the definition of success would warrant a whole separate show. But I think for this guy, he's actually doing something of his passion and pursuing one's passion.
He found his true calling.
I think that's something everybody in our dreams we yearn for, but for a lot of realistic restrictions, we sort of give in some way. So I find this to be a really inspiring story, and in this season I know a lot of college graduates are looking for jobs, and this might possibly give you a little bit more of inspiration or maybe something that could broaden your view a little bit, because getting into a mega company, the corporate world is not for everyone. I've been there and I didn't like it. I know a lot of people do, but I know there are lots of just brainless souls that are making, well, the salary is really good, but what do you find to be your way to happiness. That's something all of us, we're on the search, I think, in our lifetime. So I hope this can be something that makes you think, or even makes you happy a little bit, because there are so many possibilities in life, and I'm so happy to see that the youth in this country is grabbing on and exploring all these possibilities out there. So kudos to you, Zhang, and I've only read all these stories about him, but I think, cool young guy, and all the best to you. You are listening to Roundtable. Coming up next, Sichuan has become the latest Chinese province to call for a ban on plastic straws by the end of the year. How is it going to be reinforced? We will get into it right after this break.
Looking for passion? How about fiery debate? Want to hear about current events in China from different perspectives? Then tune in to Roundtable, where East meets West. Understanding is the goal.
It's an hour of Roundtable with myself, Young, Neela, and Huangshan in the studio. Sichuan has become the latest Chinese province to call for a ban on plastic straws by the end of 2020. Earlier in the week, authorities in the southwestern province announced that bars, restaurants, and tea and coffee shops should plan to stop handing out plastic straws with their customers' orders. After Jiangxi and Shanxi recently announced similar policies, and the bans are consistent with a central government guideline from January that pushed for the elimination of single-use plastic straws nationwide. So, let's reiterate this again. We've talked about it before on the show, but it's worth our time. The ills of single-use plastic straws and the prevalence of it.
Yeah, we need to think plastic straws, they're very small pieces of plastic, and they are very small objects. It will cause a huge problem to the environment or the sea. But actually, just a tiny piece of the tiny piece of the large problem of the single-use plastics, because every day I think people across the world just throw millions of plastic straws into the landfill, or some of them may end up in the sea, because we can see that these straws, they're technically recyclable, but in practice this does not happen nearly as much as it should, because straws, they are used in a vast quantity across the globe. So sometimes they just end up in oceans simply through human error, and they're littered, left on beaches, and blown into the ocean by the wind. And at the end, they can find their way into the sea through plug holes and drains. And we can tell that plastic, they are not biodegradable, and it also breaks down into the smaller pieces we call microplastics. And these are even more dangerous for marine mammals or other marine creatures underneath the sea. And another very tragic thing is that many marine mammals have been hurt by the plastic products, no matter you're using the straws or plastic bags or what kind of plastic involved products. And marine mammals, they are also very likely to eat the plastic trash, and which have made them sick or even kill themselves. And sometimes we know that the tiny fragments of less than 5 millimeter of the plastic microplastics, they can splinter off large plastic items, and while they're degraded. So this is a very tricky part, and especially nowadays, Beijing has carried out the garbage sorting regulation, and I've been doing this at my house, and I can find that sometimes it's really hard to tell what are the things you can recycle and sometimes you can't. And for a very long time, I think plastic bags are recyclable, but they're not.
Yeah, that's true. And there's definitely a lot of attention that's given to what do we do with all the plastics that we use. There's definitely at least two options. One's use biodegradable material in replacement, and the other is cut the use. What would be a good route in your mind?
I think the problem here has never always been the plastics. I think the problem has been, irresponsible human behavior. I mean, when plastic was invented, everybody was starting it as the next best thing after sliced bread. But then
because of greedy
reusable
corporates
bag
and
is
they
made of
want to
nylon.
produce
You
sort
can't
of
wash it, you
cheap
can't sterilize
cheap
it, you can't recycle
cheap
it,
products
you
that are
can't
not
burn it,
that
you can't bury it.
that people use over and
It's
over
made of
again, and
fucking
because people
PVC. They're all
majority
made
of
out of
people don't really
PVC.
care. Well, what didn't care, they
Invented
cared
our
more about
own
the
cell
convenience. So
phones.
they
Our own
ended
cell
up just
phones made.
overusing this, and now it has become a problem. That said, I'm also quite happy to see a lot more countries, a lot more companies taking responsibility. And I've seen companies now creating these edible straws, and that's cool.
Edible, so you can
Edible.
eat
So
them?
yeah, so after you use the straw, you can chew it. There are companies that even doing like
20 years
plastic
ago, where the fuck were you?
instead of this plastic cups and whatever plates, they create a plate where after you finish your food, you can nibble on your plate.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that idea. Although, when I think about it, do I want to add on to my calories? Not really, but
So a lot of these straws are, I think a
Salt
company like
water injected
Diageo,
before
I
it,
don't know if
take
you
them
know
off,
Diageo,
and
it's
press the
one of
middle,
these
and it
big
makes a donut.
companies that
I'm
make
not even
like
making that
Guinness
up.
and whatnot. They
Like
are
weird Tim
making
Hortons
these
Klingon.
straws out of seaweed.
I'm
So
not even
seaweed
making
doesn't
this
have
up.
that much of caloric count. So
oh,
Tell me,
interesting.
say, oh, I like
Oh,
this
yeah, I wouldn't mind
idea.
either,
I'm not
actually. So there are some new ideas that are going into this, and I'm fascinated to see how that's being enforced. And with plastic, I think for years we used to think we didn't think of the ills of it, but now it's important that we talk about that. And that is, it's cheap, it's convenient, but it's terrible on the environment. And also, where does the plastic come from? Petroleum. We don't want that, more use of that in that regard either. So, like for me, I think it's actually quite simple as try to just use less of it or not use it. And
somehow bad stuff made of something other than petroleum
issue
would be good.
out of the equation. You're listening to Roundtable, and that brings us to the end of today's show. We will see you next time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roundtable, coming to you live from Beijing. Roundtable.
Yes, nigga. Word take no, King. Slim, we out here. Don't get close, nigga. We the Caribbean dirty shooters behind me. I heard you so why the subsidies in 990, so don't sleep, no, nigga. We all one, won't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. The Caribbeans got the shooters behind me. I heard you so why the subsidies in 990, so don't sleep, nigga. We all one, don't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. On the same stage, running with the same click, never gonna change, no, nigga. Only change hoes and the pool, but only if it's fucking up. Play some aim and niggas above the button. Hard in the paint, no patch of fucking up. Repatch and flip that to get our shit up. Only other option is a spit up. Never a 9 to 5, cause I ain't got no day job. From the slums, little homie, where we play hard. You don't wanna see the 30-30 when it sprays hard. 22 for walk around 3/8 with the beef. The 40 to lick them down the max for the heard niggas saying but they wanna make tracks with us. Or that didn't even crack to us. Going hard in the booth, it's a takeover. Hard and the ground into your face, that's a makeover. 2-5 for a Q. The rest profit hustlers, I say won't sleep till I knock it. And don't push me cause I ain't in the top game. 12-year-old school, so I ain't scared if you got it. Is it me you comparing to? I ain't finished my fair share yet, but that air them just started. And I ain't talking about no jump shot, brush them off, go top. You know the cold hard tracks, didn't think I was capable. 4-5 pipe on my hollers, traceable. Didn't think I was capable. 4-5 pipe on my hollers, it isn't traceable.
You niggas gon' ride something like a flat tire. Aim the fire at your back, it will be backfire. Cause my gas the same size as a blow dryer. Never true in your raps, you're some damn liar. Great job, make them spit through the wire. And you don't supply shit to a buyer. I'm the king of gang rap, call me sire. That's hate, but privately you rate and admire. Your rubber grip tight, no pliers. I gotta take you out, probably quit, so retire. The fourth room down, fifth lift from up. Barrels don't leave shells, so I'm switching up. Do something like a bus driver still picking up. Got your hands in your pocket, nigga, stick them out. Palmer projects, money's no objects. So we finger fuck Max and we contact. Slide in, slide out, drop where we ride out. Down go, I got rounds at you dumb clowns. You're standing up till I tell them sit down. Stomach on the ground, hands behind your back and your neck. When I'm digging in your cash, give me that in your trip. All for the rest. He said, take the weed, leave the cash. What? I'ma do him dirty, Mad Max. You a little get black. Bitches get snapped and get smacked face down when I'm breaking her back. Yo, we got metal like a rap, made a name in rap. I ain't setting it for track. Yo, I'ma need me a backpack. C-O-L-T, parked in my rack. Still unstolen, stereo scratch. Sleep on my actions, stop the madness. I'm reeling up, get it gone. Magic, I don't sleep like I don't got a night. Joe, say you ain't class. Didn't see prom, now run up on them close. I ain't doing wrong, but I'm clear blood strong till it jumps on my palm. Till it trendy dangerous and no to me arms just dangerous. Sicker than stars, I ain't famous, but I'm a hot star. I'll snap, crack, pop like Colonel. I'll snap, run, duck, just hide when I let off. Run, man in the mask, man in the act, man with the strap to your man's vision black. With the phone dog and I'll snap. OGs for YGs, scroll clap, we clap. Do you come and try me? 70s and 90s, been moving grimy. Third rush till it's hooked up to the ivy.
4-5 will stretch up, many things is drunk. Until they end up on the stretcher, better get a coffin. Yo, Critians, so we ain't in the no long talking. Money overflow, back on my bullshit. These punks that I grew with, acting like they're too sick, too slow. Cash making me ever switch sides. Or babble to the jakes, almost get my crunch fried, huh? My mind's fried, see I don't give a fuck. Skank it with a YG, guarantee we hit them up. Take a nigga slut, man you know me. Never look back since my first pack in 03 pack, nigga. Plus I get busy with these OGs, screaming Southside, outside all the police. Fucked up when I nipped 1.5 a beast. Snakes selling cop chops, now you owe me 10 G's. Till I go to sleep, kill you for the ABK, the marksman, shoot for fun. What the fuck's a murder one? Bad news if you run into the DBS. All I do is give one nod, then he breathes the tech. Then he breathes the tech. All I do is give one nod, then he breathes the tech. We the Critians are the shooters behind that. OGs so wide, the 70s and 90s. So don't sleep, no, nigga, we all what? Won't matter who it is, bound to get the job done. We the Critians got the shooters behind that. OGs so wide, the 70s and 90s. So don't sleep, nigga, we all what? Don't matter who it is, bound to get the job done.
Young Black Bush, or BB.
I got 2 book copies of this whole book.
Niggas really talking like you sick. See me on the strip, they ain't walking with a stick. Hit him in the rib, now we living in the dirt. Stupid gutsy bitch, yeah, she moving like she's sick. Nigga double M, yeah, she call her on the shit. Drop the Addy coast, bitch, she go to the fly. You sip, Peel Street, bitch, she will fly you. You watch your man get gone in, try to lie me. Hit me with a hammer, shit back, granny. You a lying bitch, you a thought, you slimy. All the lies you saying, we ain't buying. Talking about he was in my arms, I was crying. You a stupid goof, you were in stations. Talking to the cops now, bitch, you were basic. Fly high Dustin, now he's a skeleton. Shouldn't try to kill me now, bitch, he's a gas bag. He was in your basement smoking that crack on all their heads. It's your term of villain. Talking about he's gonna get me, bitch, are you illin'? If you come to Regent Park, nigga, you be missing. Toss him in the river, he's swimming with the fishes. Should've shut your mouth, you're part of the disses. Now it's on to live. You a ugly bitch. We know your coochie stinks. Listen to God. My team money. All for the links. All for the cloak. You should have took another road. Little nigga. Said it smells like sauerkraut. Last stuff. But last but not least. You think you're free? It's on to Britney. You don't want the polys. I promise you don't. Run up in your house. Take you out like Pop Smoke. Then we backtrack. Trapping. Yeah, we on the road. Fuck niggas. If you're sick, respond. If you're not, shut your fucking mouth. Young block boys are bad. I smoke angel dust and watch the angels bust. I ain't got no trust, but the angels must. I'm so flavorful, they so plain on us. Run away, they come park the plane on us. Watch my gator truck, you hater fuck. Even outside the restaurant, they gotta wait on us. Then we free, ain't no chains on us. C3 and New Leaf, we so fucking dangerous. Yes, we some kind of dangerous. I put my truck pit, that's for where the bangers bust. We bomb on, then you hater fuck. Yo, your potato, then make your tater butt. Yeah, I'm still smoking on the angel dust. Not just promoting, I'm an angel, keep my halo up. Just stay low, fuck them low, I can hear heaven. And I bet you not rolling sevens. Like I'm rolling sevens. Rolling with my brethren, high as a kite. Suggest you get paranoid. Finger on the trigger when you hear noise. Don't jump off with the fairy, boys. Won't get up from the fairy, boys. We the new chiefs, watch the women hang on us. Like I said, C3 and New Leaf, we're so dangerous. I smoke angel dust to watch the angels bust. What? I ain't got no trust, but the angels must. I'm so flavorful, they so plain on us. I'm gonna say they go park the plane on us. Even outside the restaurant, they gotta wait on us. And we free, no chains on us. C3 and New Leaf, it's so fucking dangerous. Oh, my mind is going through the changes. I'm only comfortable in the company of strangers. To tell you I'm an orphan if you meet my family. Half the time, even my family can't stand me. I'm a Martian, right? On a Martian flight. Just trying to find another Martian life. I fear I'll die alone, a stone on a deserted beach. No, I can't teach, so I just do. And my mind is better than you, that makes me better than you. And I don't make the rules, don't forget. My life's fine, and you live in shit deep. The natural law only strong survive. And I don't just survive, I'm also survive. And I don't just fly way ahead and cut the vibe. So I'm at the clear port with the clear view. Can't see none of y'all bastards in the rear view. I smoke angels so much the angels bust. I ain't got no trust, but the angels must. I'm so flavorful, they so plain on us. Run away, they go park the plane on us. Watch my gator truck, you hater fuck. Even outside the restaurant, they gotta wait on us. And we free, ain't no chains on us. C3 and New Leaf, we so fucking dangerous. I'm sicker, a combination of symptoms that hit you quicker than liquor. I'm fit to leave you all feeling like victims. Genocide on my mind, I'm thinking like Hitler. Ain't nobody like Osama. I'm rocking multi-generations, that's your mama. I'm a president, no Obama. Beat up, beat cut, roll the ganja. Mr. C3, no mystery, me be history. See, I did a trip, take a pic of my dick and texting it to your chick. So sick, that's how I roll. Never left alone, always got a couple hungry bitches begging for the bone. And your chick's begging up my phone, begging for a banging in her hole. I go deep like the moles, and I ain't funny. I love all pushy, the angel rushing me. I ain't got no trust. The angels I'm so flavorful, they so plain on us. Run away, they go park the plane on us. Watch my gator truck, you hater fuck.
Concerned about economic airline contracts getting through the markets in the Euro and the US right now. Are the price for gold going?
You know, $2,000 is supposed to $5,000. I'm not really surprised. It goes to 6 or 7. Really? That's what I'm gonna say. Somebody said 5, so to me that's the number. It also is pain for no reason. I love that shit. Oh dear, oh that's horrible. Whatever the fuck is happening inside my leg right now is bad and horrible.
Oh shit, this fucked up. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I have a sickle cell, man. And it is a fucking nappy.
That's the death record
I
teeth.
gotta be chilling, bro.
To be a wild ruckus. I go harder than I would have been. They should have locked me in a psych word. Instead, I'm in the world and shit is awkward. Keep my head up like Tupac. By enemies like Malcolm. We dream like Martin. I despise your intelligence. You don't make sense. You're an MC without purpose. A circus, your clown. Fuck your ground. A rock crowd. Money talk and music runs a marathon. Never worshipers all around us. I'm God's work. It's out of my hands like selling grams. Posters on the block, taking shots, ounce for the city, pounds for the country. I'm an OG from the 90s. Been doing this for a minute. We're unstoppable, unpredictable. If our police is savage, no knowledge. Revolution is a process. John F. told the truth, that's why they killed him. When the light dim, Genesis of rockers, the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. We go hard, harder in the paint. Harder in the paint. When I moonwalk, I cause destruction. When I moonwalk, you think I'm Jackson. You think I'm Jackson. We go hard, harder in the paint. Harder in the paint. When I moonwalk, I cause destruction. When I moonwalk, you think I'm Jackson. We go harder in the paint.
Work hard, party harder, live large, try live large, just sit back while we kick raps, while we kill the track. It's a verbal attack, no stopping us, We calling your bluff, I'm all in, time's about to get tough, this time it goes when you don't give a fuck. I'm a game changer like King James, pedal to the metal, I'm switching lanes, fit it to get it, got stuck on my brain, not gonna stop till I go insane. So what's up? Here we go, feel that bass, it's real low, another shot, now I'm feeling my glow, work on my wordplay, that's a flow, lightweight, watch shit explode, sit back and enjoy the show. Everybody jump, let's lose control. Let's send a message, let's make it bold. Let's make it bold. Need now what I say we do. Real talk, speak the truth. Flood the streets, feed it to the youth. This is that new era groove. Going hard, got something to prove. Not gonna stop till y'all through.
Sabes que somos los duros.
So this blood disorder only exists in people? What animal has sickle cell? I want to know what this shit is.
Motherfucking daddy,
This can't be real. Balls to nowhere.
I just took a black booty down before I wrote this. So I better exhibit to niggas with cocaine. You niggas is miserable and hopeless. I don't fuck with you jokers. You look in my eyes and you can tell that I'm focused. Staying up late night for the smoke. 7 ounces on the chokers. If no jacuzzi on the sofa.
Nature can't
beat you like a pinata. My niggas shooters not the type to put the fire to the chop. On the run from La Jara, the mono, la poli, the work with the figure, the pole, the minute, the one time trying to lock me for dumb crime. Show up at the bar where I'm unwind. Nigga play that gun reflecting the sunshine. Happy to this life, it ain't for the buttercup. Open up a little boutique and they assume it's a cover up. Naturally, half-fashionally, toss a couple drops of water in the work and watch it define gravity. Bougie women call me your majesty. Accurately slap the key in half and bring the pack with me on the trapper's free sauce. When I used to share my dreams, niggas was laughing at me. Now they watching sons dancing like Lord Cassidy. I'm on top of the game. Beat a shorty couple dunkers and watch her hop on the plane. Feel the cool breeze that come before the tropical rain. Mixing the soda, drop it in the flame, and then I chop it for change. Unexpected, come on. Don't break your heart. These niggas is mad, they couldn't make it smart. They couldn't believe a little guppy ate the shark. Unexpected, come on. And break your heart. Niggas mad, they couldn't make it spark. Couldn't believe it, the little guppy ate the shark.
I had to laugh at niggas. I hate to use the N-word. I moved dope for hope, cause I've been broke. We chopping up the coke. Got the block rocking like a boat. The lock will be chopping like a soap. The fiends be on the float. And if a nigga diss, grab the rope. The jump real high, suicide. The left is how the homies ride. No time for phony lies. Lies be like genocide. A renegade. Lemons to lemonade. Give me my Senate. Drug dealing, fly Lennox, Latin women. Medellin, this culture was returned. Well, these fuck boys ever learn. If it ever be my turn, stack chips, never let it burn. Slicker than your wig on a perm, make it never see the God. But yeah, I break bread with see the God. The feds see me how I feed the squad.
Yeah, we rep for the street niggas, man. The voice of the streets, the black top. Yeah, the niggas that be on the soil, on the turf, out here, boy. You know what I mean? Hey, we got that military shit, nigga. Bullets by the ton. I like you don't know. That's right.
I doubt you once you got left. Your outfit. Ain't no bringing back the bullet once I let the hammer hit. You never had damage. And I nigga, I ain't feeling it. Niggas talking more than what you show. The cuz you say just cause the niggas he low. Niggas he gang, listen up, check this out. Damn, what you talking about? I ain't giving a fuck about niggas. Cause I'm freshman. I'm in a discussion like bitches, matches. I'll stop you in the middle of your sentence like a cop. You look like a bum. You're better getting with your brain and a test. It's most of you and anyone that takes a test. It's such as he's washed up like shells on the shelf. Walked up my gun under the shells. And if she a humble belly, motherfucker, I'm just going to the gun. She's smart, little letter. I got me one. I'm just leaving. So I'm getting some. Let's step in that. Now and niggas, now he's signing. I'm a real rock. Squeeze to the clip. I ain't got to run. I got things in my look me in my eyes, you can tell that I'm a rider. When it comes down to it, nigga, I'ma get all out the side. You with these with the gun in the streets. Niggas play for keys, raw crime, I don't give a fuck. And I played around with that bitch shit. I fucked off your rounds and emptied it out real quick. You got a rise, ready to ride off top. So when the boy rap off, you know a rise on front line, nigga, and I'm out. It ain't too got to trust. So many niggas out here with a stitch in the bitch up. Homie, wait a minute. That shit ain't gangsta me, man. Tell them niggas that they pussy. That they love, man. Got grown ass men with they nuts on top. But gonna be a victim. Got grown ass men with they nuts on top. But gonna be a victim, nigga. I got me one. This nigga be so now that's me. I'm a real hard day, squeeze to the clip. I ain't got to run, I got bangers and boxes. Who's about to I'm the dangerous, like who to play with this. Can't slip a little nigga, I stay with this. I never just been in some cousin in the face. I walk around with a strap attached to my waist. You go under James, and no time for cocky. Ran out of knees up with his face on.
31, here's a check on the forecast now with Jill Taylor. Most areas will stay rain-free today, but don't be surprised if you do get a pop-up shower this afternoon. Guaranteed high 28 degrees. It'll feel a little bit warmer with the humidity. For tonight, mainly clear 18, and for tomorrow, sun and cloud 27. Then for the weekend, it's a long weekend. Perhaps caught some people off guard. It starts Saturday, the 1st of August, sun and cloud 28, and then some scattered wet weather for Sunday and civic holiday Monday, and highs about 26 degrees. Right now, mainly clear, 17 at Pearson, 20 and mainly clear at 680 News. Our guaranteed high today, 28. And because Jill did not miss the weather guarantee yesterday, the jackpot climbs to $7,600.
Coming up at 6:30, GTA moms and dads just hours away from learning what the Ford government's pandemic back-to-school plan will look like. A tough day ahead for Prime Minister Trudeau, and a Blue Jays pitching phenom sizzles in his major league debut.
680 News time, 6:23.
To win the morning, to nail that big presentation, start with a good night's sleep, because sleep is the fuel that powers your day. The Better Sleep, Better You sale is on right now at Sleep Country. Shop our incredible brand name mattresses designed exclusively for Sleep Country. Plus, for a limited time, get our Catarina Queen mattress that helps relieve pressure points for only $379. Visit us today, and one of our sleep experts will match you to a better sleep. This price ends Tuesday. Sleep well, stay well. Sleep Country.
you carry the 6L brand of approval on your products?
A historic ruling might change refugee claims in Canada. Listen at thebigstorybodcast.ca or wherever you get your podcasts.
This portion of 680 News brought to you by New Balance Toronto. First baseball, now basketball. The NBA regular season resumes tonight with a pair of games, and our Jeff Verholman has a preview.
Yeah, more live sports. And after an almost 5-month break, the last NBA game was March 11th. This season is back. 2 games on the schedule tonight. The Pelicans and Jazz at 6:30, and then the Lakers and Clippers at 9 o'clock, all from the NBA bubble in Orlando. And so far, no COVID scares. But what if, Commissioner Adam Silver?
Probably
when did you record this?
Any significant spread at all, we immediately stop. And one thing we do is try to track those cases to determine where they're coming from and whether there have been spread on the campus. I would say ultimately we would cease completely if we saw that this was spreading.
A new look, no crowds, raises on the back of players' jerseys. The world champion Raptors start back up Saturday night. I'm Jeff Verholman.
680 News Time, 625.
Most people are unhappy when things go downhill. Hi, I'm Sean from New Balance Toronto. We're going downhill, and I couldn't be happier. After 20 years at Yonge and St. Clair, our flagship location is moving south to Summerhill. It's a quick walk downhill to Toronto's largest selection of New Balance footwear, apparel, and accessories. Our new address is as easy to remember as 1234 Yonge Street, that is. New store, new neighborhood, same great products and service. New Balance Toronto, your fit specialist for 20 years.
Make the most of what comes next. With a bank account that gives you more. With the Scotiabank Ultimate Package, you can get a boost to your savings, unlimited Interac e-transfer transactions, and a $300 welcome bonus. So make the most of what comes next with the Scotiabank Ultimate Package. For a limited time, conditions apply. Visit scotiabank.com/ultimate300. Scotiabank.
680 News Time, 626.
The business report with Mike Apple. What's going on, Mike?
Well, Paul, we're just getting an earnings from United Parcel Service, the delivery company, with economic implications, or maybe an economic barometer, actually, in the midst of the pandemic shutdown. What have we been seeing? Well, people ordering from Amazon and other e-commerce sites, and that has meant a boom time for delivery companies, and that's borne out here in the United Parcel Service earnings update this morning, with the company reporting second quarter profit and revenue both above estimates, as UPS saw a lot more business in the pandemic shutdown. And the net result here was a profit of $1.75 billion, and package revenue in the United States that was up by 17%, and a daily volume of package deliveries up by 23% on a year-over-year comparison. UPS share price up by 3.25% in early Wall Street trading activity as a result. We're looking at the market showing quite a bit of caution, meantime, as the Dow Futures Index is opening the day down 220 points, or 0.8%. Now, that's reflective of a market that is concerned about what's going on both the political spectrum and the earnings front. From a political angle, well, in Washington this morning, the talk is that a $1 trillion stimulus plan is now stalled in Congress, as Republicans and Democrats are bickering about total dollar amounts. And this comes just a day before the current round of stimulus checks will be running out at the end of this month. On the other end of the worry front this morning, well, it's a big day for earnings. We've already talked about UPS, but after the bell today, we've got Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Google all set to report results. And depending on how those tech heavyweights done, they've been such strong performers from a market standpoint. Tomorrow could be exceedingly volatile, depending on what the actual quarterly results show for those big companies. We have the price for gold coming in at $1,966 an ounce. That's down $10 after hitting its fourth consecutive record closing high on Wednesday. Fueled partly by the U.S. Federal Reserve talking about keeping interest rates lower for longer again. And that put some initial pressure on the U.S. dollar, although right now the Canadian dollar is down 0.4%, 74.5 cents U.S. At the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
The roads are calling. At Mazda, we're answering them with advanced driving dynamics, sophisticated style, and being Ajax's most awarded car brand in Canada. We're offering 0% purchase financing on all new 2020 models, no monthly payments for 120 days, and a standard unlimited mileage warranty on every new Mazda. Plus, an unwavering commitment to safety. Let's get back on the road together. Visit your local Mazda dealer or Mazda.ca for details.
Now that things are getting back to normal, it's time to clean, refresh, and sanitize your home with Alexanians. Since 1925, Alexanians has been trusted for in-home cleaning of carpet, upholstery, tile, and grouts. Along with expert area rug washing at our facility. We'll pick up your rugs, take them to be cleaned, and roll them back onto your floor, or provide curbside pickup or drop-off. Visit Alexanian.com to book your appointment today.
Evil virus, go away and stop bothering us.
Meteorologist Joe Taylor's latest forecast calling for a mainly sunny day today with just a slight chance of showers and a 680 News guaranteed high of 28. Our jackpot $7,600 for tomorrow's sun cloud mix and a high of 27. Right now, 18 degrees and mainly clear in downtown Toronto. 680 News time, 6:30.
Number one for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Paul Cook and Catherine Chattay. Good morning. It's Thursday, July 30th.
Here's what's making news right now.
Countdown to September. The Ford government set to reveal the details of its back-to-school strategy today. Nervous times dealing with kids and safety in the middle of a pandemic.
Toronto police trying to find whoever's responsible for a series of seemingly random assaults in Roncesvalles. Some victims have been punched, others have been spit on.
The Prime Minister will be in the hot seat today over the We Charity scandal.
What else is he doing?
Justin Trudeau to be grilled as he testifies before the Finance Committee.
City councilors vote overwhelmingly.
Try that shit on a normal day. You will get picked up like that.
Court calling it unfair and unjust. The Blue Jays fall in Washington despite a great outing by their top pitching prospects as the NHL is almost ready for the postseason. Scores at 45. Stock futures trending lower on concerns for economic stimulus plan. The busiest day on the calendar for tech earnings.
All over the place.
Shares
Media knows
soaring
about it.
on a profit beat for the delivery
So the public to look
company.
out.
680 News time, 6:31.
Time for 680 News, traffic and weather together on the ones for 9 Point Partners. Here's Eva Francescatos.
It's still busy eastbound 401 Mississauga Road to Mavis through Dixie and the Collectors, and then again from Renforth all the way through to about West and alternately Express and Collector lanes, and then delays again from east of the 400 to Kiel Collectors, and then a minor slowdown still through Kiel and the Express with the problems approaching Allen Express. They have all cleared away. Eastbound on the 401 from Meadowvale to East Support Union Express, we have the right lane still closed. That's all because of ongoing construction. Westbound 401 delays building from Nielsen to Markham, mainly in the Express. West of McCowan to west of Kennedy in the Collector lanes. And then after that, looks pretty good on the westbound 401. Westbound on the QEW west of Winston Churchill, left lane closed for construction. Westbound Gardner Expressway approaching the 427. Looks like we still have some construction in the right lane, so just look out for that. And don't forget, we still have delays on the eastbound Gardner Expressway as well from Park Rock all the way through to east of the Humber Bridge. And in Brampton, Williams Parkway, just west of Bramalea, traffic lights are still out. Is your investment portfolio whole? Alternatives may be the missing piece. Alt education is free at ninepoint.com. Visit them today. 9 Point, your alternative.
What do you get? The guy that has everything.
Jill Taylor. Well, July is winding down. 2 days left with seasonal temperatures. Right now, it's mainly clear, 17. May get a shower for the afternoon. 20 degrees right now, mainly clear at 680 News. The guaranteed high today, 28.
680 News time, 6:32.
The first day of school is just over 5 weeks away, and parents are hoping to find out today if it will be a set the alarm, mad rush to the school bus morning, or a frustrating day of solving tech issues and managing online learning.
The Education Minister is expected to reveal today whether in-class learning will resume this fall amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Jamie Pulper joins us live with a preview.
In a fall countdown to September and what that means for school. The Ford government set to reveal the details of its strategy today. Officials had been considering 3 scenarios, including a full return to the classroom, which is the plan in BC and Alberta.
Yeah, oh yeah, those guys
says
make great
everyone
decisions.
is nervous when you're dealing with kids, especially during a pandemic. University of Toronto epidemiologist Colin Burnett says kids need to get back to class for their mental health and development.
We know from a study in South Korea that kids under 10 are not spreading the virus particularly heavily.
Because they don't get around.
They have smaller lungs and they're not breathing out as many droplets as far.
Yeah, experts with Sick Kids Hospital also supporting
they
that
don't get in a car
full-time
and drive to the next
teaching.
fucking
They
province.
recommend face masks for all
Canton,
students except
whatever the
those
fuck,
in
the
elementary
old
school.
blast,
They
whatever
also
the fuck
say
you
those
have.
younger students should have their desks spaced 1 meter apart. Online, though, some wonder how that's going to work for teachers who are trying to move around the classroom while also distancing themselves from those students. Some sarcastically wondering if this is going to involve some sort of leaping or vaulting, walking on stilts, or some kind of Mission Impossible scenario. So many questions about the logistics here and the cost of the plan with just over a month to go. Reporting live, Jamie Pulford, 680 News.
680 News Time, 6:34. People in the Roncesvalles neighborhood have been sharing warnings online following a number of unprovoked attacks, primarily targeting women. 680's Carl Pansky joins us live from the neighborhood where an investigation is underway. Carl.
Yeah, Catherine, residents here in the Roncesvalles area actually gathered for a community safety meeting last night, concerned these seemingly random assaults could become more violent.
Could you start by throwing objects or a punch, and then it does escalate to other things. So yeah, it's definitely not a good feeling.
There have been at least 6 assaults here in the Roncesvalles and Howard Park area, all at night, all possibly by the same man, and all mainly targeting women, which has joggers, walkers, and dog walkers on alert.
Just not to go out late, and then make sure that we're going out together.
Yeah, well, I know that spot. Oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight,
So
dog.
far, victims have been punched or spat
You're
on
not
or
gonna
had a
see
drink
me, I'm gonna
thrown
see
on
you.
them. So far, police still have no good quality security camera images of the suspect.
Oh, you're not gonna see me
Reporting live
either.
in Roncesvalles,
Your buddy's gonna get
Carl
bloodied up,
Pansky,
man.
680 News Time,
Oh, I know all the
6:35.
highs,
Police are
but
looking
nigga.
for the driver of a white
Our
Penny van
Park
after it
is what I
struck
was
several vehicles in Etobicoke last evening.
If I don't know the street name somewhere, it's because I was so little when I was there.
And the
I
East
know these
Mall,
places.
just south of Burnhamthorpe. Police say the driver took off from the scene and later abandoned the vehicle and ran away. The man's described as 35 to 40 years of age, about 5'9", with an olive complexion and short brown hair. He was dressed in all black, no serious injuries reported.
680 News Time, 6:36. Opposition MPs will grill the Prime Minister today as the Commons Finance Committee continues its probe into a government decision to award We Charity a now cancelled contract to run a multi-million-dollar federal grant program. 680's Laura Carney is here live, setting the scene for Justin Trudeau's highly anticipated testimony. Laura,
Catherine, it is a rare move, a Prime Minister testifying before a House of Commons committee, but today Justin Trudeau will appear before the Finance Committee, where he will be questioned about his government's decision to award We Charity, which has ties to the Trudeau family, a contract to manage a $900 million student grant program. Neither Trudeau nor Finance Minister Bill Morneau, who also has ties to We, recused themselves from cabinet discussions on awarding the contract. Conservative finance critic Pierre Poilievre says they want the truth and nothing but the truth, and isn't happy that Trudeau's appearance is only set to last for 1 hour.
And I would just tell the Prime Minister that the House of Commons will vote in September to recall him for another round of testimony if he doesn't give exhaustive answers.
Trudeau's mother and brother received hundreds of thousands of dollars in speaking fees for appearing at We events, along with related expenses. Our political affairs specialist, John Stahl, says the Prime Minister will never convince the opposition parties that the We organization was the most logical, if not the only option to deliver the COVID-related funding to students in need. So he will need to make the case to Canadians.
Why did you just wipe out the student loan interest?
Apologize again for not recusing himself, but he'll stick to his message and speed and urgency drove the lack of judgment and hope that voters buy it.
Trudeau's chief of staff also scheduled to testify today. Reporting live, Laura Carney, 680 News.
680 News Time, 6:38. New documents show the flow of money within We Charity and how the organization was going to pay workers to run the now canceled student volunteer program. Our workforce at 680 Business Center.
Documents obtained by the Toronto Star show how We Charity
people
would
use
pay
more $50
short-term
bills.
contracts
The
to
Bank
administer
of
the
Canada.
government's volunteer initiative, with wages
going to
ranging
my
from
circulation
$30,000 to
loss.
$125,000 for anywhere from 4
bank
to
may
8
have to
months of work
substitute
for
other
nearly
bank
200
notes.
employees.
Yeah, that's why they come
The
on all
numbers
different
coming from
numbers.
a May 4th proposal initially budgeted at $19
10
million,
buys and stuff.
subsequently
I don't
bumped
give a
up to
fuck.
$43
It adds
million
up
once
to
the
say
program was
we're good.
officially unveiled. In a statement to the Star, We Charity says the amounts included not just pay, but pension and employment insurance, as well as recruitment and training expenses, and that the charity would not have profited from administration, something Mark and Craig Gilbert said Tuesday in their testimony to the House of Commons Finance Committee. Total payments to We would have represented about 8% of the $500 million program budget, in line with the cost of other initiatives. The business sector relying like a
6 City News Time 639. The federal government says it's protecting
400 million
tenants and strengthening Community Housing Act will help renters by making it easier to resolve disputes with their landlords. But tenant advocates disagree, and apparently so does City Council. As we hear from 6 City's Asher Roth, councillors have voted to take the province to court over Bill 184. Housing advocates and legal experts say the new law will force tenants into repayment plans that they cannot afford, and that they would be evicted without a hearing if they fall behind on their payments. Barry Marsh is from the Intimate chapter of Acorns Canada. He says he's glad the city is challenging the bill, but he says that's just a short-term solution.
In the long term, I think the city has to really aggressively go after the federal and provincial government to try and acquire lands that they own within the city and actually build homes.
Council also voted Wednesday to explore building duplexes, low-rise, walk-up apartments, and other affordable options in areas of the city currently dominated by single-family homes. Advocates have also pushed for Mayor John Tory to impose an eviction moratorium of his own, but he says he doesn't have the authority to do so.
It's the single-family homes problem.
This is 60 News. Well, it can be difficult for top prospects to live up to the
You could put two single-family homes on one lot. That's
the fan
still would not
tells us the Blue Jays' latest young star looks ready for the big stage.
The Blue Jays already have a great core of young hitters, but as last night was any indication, it looks like they've found their future ace of the pitching staff in Nate Pearson. The rookie dominated the Washington Nationals over 5 innings, allowing just 2 hits while striking out 5 in his major league debut. Manager Charlie Montoyo couldn't help but be impressed.
He was outstanding. He was fun to watch. I'm really happy. His team is excited. When he got on the game, he said, "Hey man, we get a chance to win every 5 days." That's what I told him.
Pearson's next start is scheduled for Tuesday against Atlanta. From Sportsnet 590 The Fan, I'm Rob Wan.
This is 680 News.
I didn't spend last weekend at my lakefront cottage because I don't have one. I was in the office meeting with clients who have had their long-term disability claim denied. My name is Aaron Waxman, and if your disability claim is denied for any reason, call me at 416-661-4878. And don't worry about our legal fees because there are none. At my law firm, my team of lawyers only get paid when you get paid. And before you call, you should always remember that there are no bad questions. 416-661-4878 or on your cell phone at pound LTD.
680 News Time, 6:41.
Time for 6 City News, traffic and weather together on the ones. For CAA Club Group, here's Eva Francescatos.
Well, it's still busy right now. Eastbound 401 approaching Mississauga Road to Mavis, 427 to east of Dixie in the 410 rather to east of Dixie in the collector lanes, and then you'll also find delays east of the 427 all the way through to about east of Kiel, alternately express and collector lanes. Westbound 401 slow going west of Nielsen to west of Kennedy, alternately express and collectors. Southbound 400 that's slow south of Shepherd to the eastbound 401 ramp. And southbound 404 DBP also busy, 401 to south of Lawrence. Eastbound Gardner delays from Park Lawn to east of the Humber Bridge. And on the eastbound 403 express ramp to the eastbound 401, HOV and left lane closed for some road work. We also have road work on the westbound QEW at Winston Churchill. The left lane is closed off. Southbound 410 coming out of the Brampton area, you'll just find a minor slowdown trying to get onto the eastbound 401 ramp. And southbound 427, also a bit of a delay as you make your way onto the Gardner Expressway. It's just slow on that ramp. After that, looks pretty good. And then we still have some traffic lights out at Williams Parkway just west of Bramalea, so keep an eye out for that if you're heading through that area. Now,
Isn't that
driving
what it
much,
is?
curb
Like,
your
it's a
costs
big
with Canada's
shot
only
again over there or
pay-as-you-drive
something?
insurance payment program. Visit
Oh,
CAAMypace.com
the
to
suburbs
learn
are just
more.
as banging
Next
as the
report
city. The
6:51.
fucking
Here's
city
a check on
media
the
doesn't
forecast
want
with
to
Jill
cover
Taylor.
any
Well,
of
it's
it.
just
Oh,
a
it's
lovely
outside
start to our
Toronto.
Thursday, and there is
Everybody
a
here's in a
slight
bubble. They
chance,
don't
though, of a
realize
shower
that.
this
Fucking
afternoon,
province is on
and it
fire.
will be passing quite quickly if we do get anything at all. Very isolated. Guaranteed high 28, 18 for the low, and tomorrow, the last day of July, sun and cloud and 27. Right now, sunshine 17 at Pearson, 20 at 680 News. Our guaranteed high today, 28.
680 News Time, 6:43.
Now, the Scotia iTrade Market Minute.
Over to Mike Apple at the 680 Business Center. What's going on, Mike?
Well, Paul, right now we're looking at markets trending to the downside. It's actually more of a selling pressure in the Eurozone in the early stages with some of the benchmarks. They're down by just over 2% this morning. It's a worry about economics. Germany's economy saw the biggest downturn for economic growth since 1970 with its GDP report in this morning. Coming up at 8:30, we'll get a reading on U.S. economic growth.
Enough money for the
Figures
million.
for the month of June, and that actually could show a bounce from the pandemic lows. Right now, the Dow futures contract is down 220 points. The S&P futures down 28 points, or 0.8% of 1%. The price for gold is giving back $6 at $1,946 an ounce, and oil is down 59 cents at $40.68. The Canadian dollar is coming in at 74.5 cents U.S. And that's down.
Germany, you didn't spend enough money on
The dollar's been on a rally here.
armaments.
Not so much in the early going this morning.
You know why they're in NATO? So we can keep an eye on
Direct invest with Scotia iTrade. Get started in
Well,
3
we
easy
come ready.
steps
Yes,
and begin
we
your
want you
investing
to be
journey
right
from home
to the
today.
center.
Learn more at
We even let you be
ScotiaITrade.com.
president every
Still to
whatever
come
number
on
of years.
680 News.
Soccer, baseball, and now
Don't worry
basketball.
about buying the
The
guns. Don't worry
bubble
about
at
that
Disney
later.
World is
When are we
ready,
gonna go
and
to war
the
again?
NBA
Exactly.
is back tonight.
680 News Time, 6:44.
They're all gonna go to shit. All gonna fall the fucking apart.
Okay, stop.
The one nice thing is
Goldman
all
has
these
the
concrete
appliance
high-rises
deal of
won't
the
really
summer.
fall apart.
Your family will save up to $500 on all
But now
Eagle
just the holes
appliances.
in the roof
Yep,
and
that's
stuff
$500
like
on
that,
top of current rebates and promotions. Good luck finding a better price on Bosch dishwashers. We couldn't. Energy savings rebate by the Government of Canada. Find Bosch deals at Goldmans.com. Stores open by appointment only.
Well, it'll be this will be a fucking refugee camp for electricity and concrete houses. Water and electricity is
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car.
Also accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and truck donations.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Just a few
salad,
clouds,
rice,
20 degrees in
stuff
downtown
on a barbecue,
Toronto.
hot dog.
Good morning. I'm
The
Catherine
hamburger
Jete.
has
Paul Cook, here's the
onions,
top
like
stories
slices
this
of onions
Thursday
on
morning.
it.
We
Why
could
would I
find out
put
today if students will be
onions
heading
on
back to
hamburgers?
in-person
Otherwise,
or
it's not
virtual
stupid.
classrooms this September.
Holy shit.
The education minister is set to unveil the province's pandemic back-to-school plan. 6 unprovoked attacks in 2.5 months, most of them targeting women. A community safety meeting was held last night in the Roncesvalles neighborhood as police canvassed the area. And the House of Commons Finance Committee will today hear from the Prime Minister as it investigates allegations of a conflict of interest in the awarding of a multi-million-dollar contract
And
to
there's a
We
girl
Charity.
stabbed somebody, and there's another girl who lives in a park, and there's another I'm losing to this guy with an axe, there's a fucking with 2 swords, not one, 2. There's a white car killing fucking everybody. There's a gray car that might be killing people.
Right at the knees, outer third. Nick
fuck.
Pearson with a gorgeous
I mean, you
pitch.
could
The
might have the
Thunderball
words,
rookie
the
went
story
3
here
scoreless
is so
innings, striking out
creative. I love
5,
this.
but it wasn't enough as Toronto could not score a single run in the 4-0 10-inning loss to Washington. The Blue Jays will be the home team in D.C. once again
We
this
don't say
afternoon as they
anything
close out
interesting
their
right after
series.
this.
Im Jin-Ryu makes his second start of the year at 4 o'clock on
Wow,
Sportsnet
sleeping.
590 The Fan and Sportsnet. The Winnipeg Jets look ready
I
for the
need a
postseason.
clock
They beat
where
Vancouver
I don't
4-1
just
in
have
their
the
long
second
tune-up game for the
buttons, but,
playoffs. In In other action, Chicago shut out St. Louis 4-0. Washington clipped Carolina 3-2. The Islanders edged the Rangers 2-1. Colorado got by Minnesota 3-2. And Tampa Bay hammered Florida 5-0. The NBA is officially back beginning tonight with a doubleheader. The Utah Jazz take on the New Orleans Pelicans at 6:30, followed by the Battle of Los Angeles at 9. And round 1 of the WGC St. Jude Invitational goes this morning on the PGA Tour. Mackenzie Hughes is the first Canadian to tee off at 11. Sports at 15 and 45, past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/.
I'm watching the same idiot crap.
6 City News Time, 6:48.
It doesn't matter at me every fucking day about these rules. It was my fault. I don't understand their sorted out logic. I don't expect anyone else to. I don't expect it to be made to make sense to me.
Top quality dog store now and get 0% financing. That's right, 0% financing.
Back up. Was it bad? But it is relatively normal. These people start snapping and shit, like as if I made them do it. I made the government hand out masks. You can't go in a store without a mask. It's my fault.
Your cul-de-sac never comes up. Your driveway's not even in the top 1,000 wonders of the world.
Two hookers kill each other yesterday. Almost. But then they were like almost dancing.
Until now. With Auto Merit from Bel Air Direct, you could lower your car insurance by taking shorter trips and driving less. Guess your neighborhood's the new hotspot. Drive less, and you can save with Bel Air Direct.
60 News Time, 6:49.
And I guess it's because they got that common ground. They're both crackers.
Once again logged a one-day record for new COVID-19 cases. This as a growing number of states find themselves in an infection red zone as health officials urge a total reset in the way the virus is fought. CNN's Nick Watt is in California.
Concern is climbing as cases climb. They're dubbed red zone and yellow zone states by the CDC. Only Vermont is green. No deaths in nearly 6 weeks, but even Vermont just pushed reopening schools back a couple of weeks. A new study suggests that states that closed schools early in the spring saw significant declines in COVID cases and deaths. The Trump administration wants schools open again ASAP. The state of California just reported 197 deaths from COVID-19 in a single day. The governor called it a somber milestone. Right now, we are averaging over 100 people dying every day in the state, and that is higher than it has ever been.
Florida and Texas reporting their deadliest days yet, with 191 COVID-19 deaths in the Sunshine State, 313 in the Lone Star
empty states with nobody there.
Meanwhile, U.S. House members will now be required to wear masks in the chamber after a Texas congressman tested positive for COVID-19.
Republican Louis Gohmert has questioned the use of masks and voted on the floor Tuesday without one. That's no longer allowed. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is making them mandatory for all members and staff.
They will not be permitted to enter the hall of the House without wearing a mask.
Calling it a sign of respect for the health, safety, and well-being of all involved.
It's so like epic, biblical, ominous.
Contracted the virus.
It used to be, you must show your face. No one shall see the face of the king, and no one shall bear their face to the king.
For 6 City News, traffic and weather together on the ones for Friday Harbor. Here's Eva from
walks in with his
right now, if you're using that eastbound 401, unfortunately, it's still moving slowly from approaching Mississauga Road all the way through to Mavis, and then eastbound 401, it slows down again from the 410 to east of Dixie, mainly in the collector lanes, and then you'll still find slowdowns eastbound on the 401 from the 427 all the way through to about east of the 400, alternately express and collector lanes. On the eastbound Gardner, busy Park 1 to Dufferin, eastbound 403, east of Highway 6 North, we've got the left lane closed off. That's for a collision. It's slow going from approaching 6 North to just east of it where we have that problem. And also southbound 410, typical volume delayed slow from Sandalwood to Beauvert. And again onto the ramp to the eastbound 401. We also have some problems and delays on the westbound 401, slow west of Nielsen to west of Kennedy, alternately express and collectors. And northbound Bronte at the QEW. The right lane is now blocked because of a collision. Southbound Bronte at the QEW. The left lane blocked as well because of a collision. Getaway to the marina at Friday Harbor. Lakeside luxury like never before. Enjoy up to 2 hours of complimentary visitor docking. Friday Harbor. Come for the day or a lifetime. Friday, I'm in love.
Right.
Next report 7:01. Here's a check on the extended forecast with Jill Taylor.
Well, no major weather makers for the last 2 days of July. Just have a slight chance of a passing shower this afternoon. Guaranteed high 28 degrees for tonight. Mainly clear at 18, and tomorrow sun and cloud about 27. 27 is the average high. And then for the long weekend, Saturday should be A-OK, sun and cloud, the high about 28.
Yeah, Dutch people
Sunday
know that
and
the Dutch
civic
people
holiday
can say
Monday,
these damn
though,
things.
we could be dealing with some showers
97
and thunderstorms and
millimeter
highs about 26. So a little bit of a cool down for the end of the long weekend. Right now, mainly clear, sunshine 17 at Pearson, 20 at 680 News, and light wind, guaranteed high 28.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Walmart.
At Walmart, prices are always low. That's why you can save $5.99 on Gain laundry detergent. Now only $9.97. See flyer for product details. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Coming
up at 7 o'clock, parents will get some answers today on the return to school as the education minister unveils the province's pandemic plan for the classroom.
6:53.
The Hyundai shift into drive sales event is coming to a close. We have until July 31st to take advantage of 0% financing and our 6-month payment deferral option on all new models, like the Up for Any Summer Adventure Tucson or the tech-savvy Connected to You Elantra. Visit your local dealer today or shop online from the comfort of your home with Hyundai Express Shopping. Visit your dealer on HyundaiCanada.com for details. Conditions apply.
We're here with until regular life resumes and
Until Saturday, but the NBA resumes its season tonight from the bubble in Orlando, and our Jeff Ramonen has a preview.
Like we found with baseball, this isn't going to look normal. No crowds, so a quieter game. Slogans on the back of players' jerseys. Neutral colored courts. Still, the NBA is back, but top of everyone's minds, how safe is this? Since, Florida isn't doing too well right now when it comes to COVID. Well, here's NBA.
Fresh out to get back to
safety first. I mean, that's always been our guideposts going into this.
Shouldn't you be in a state with empty hospitals instead of one with full hospitals?
But
why don't you go to Vermont and just stay there? All you have to stay there.
It's not so funny that the safest place in the
We're all
world.
millionaires, right? Go let you in,
right now. But if it were to turn out to not be the case, certainly we would stop.
The world champion Raptors are scheduled to play LeBron and the Lakers Saturday night. I'm Jeff Ramonen.
680 News Time, 6:55. Alpine Credits.
Hi, I'm calling to no feds, no changes, no lead, no cases, no bled, no cases, those dead, no traces. You don't wanna try me, no patience, headed to the ICU, ready to die. Ski mask, gonna find holes in the hide, but I find a way to end the line. I don't play so when the night breaks the skin. You can pray your fucking day, but it ain't no way you'll make it in. Take away your faith and friends, family, and what's left, but nothing on the failings. Lacing the slut step, I ain't a suspect. I ain't on the list, I'm a no-face killer. They don't know I exist. I got my line, never made a situation. Get some drunk, till I got back. All of that, once again, just drunk. Come from love, want to get a motherfucking life. Face mask on, rack market, don't get your ass. Got my line, never made a situation. Get some drunk, till I got back. All of that, once again, just drunk. Come from love, want to get a motherfucking life. Face mask on, rack market, don't get your ass on. Leaving sluts, snuff the mango, fucking strangle, bringing pain from every angle, leaving veins, cutting tangle, leave a stench on my ankles in the back of my summer house. Don't even got a bounce, cause I'm clear up all the caps for now. Dead on the scene is
between the secret. Muzzle tattoo weapons, the police ain't even seen yet. Now who's next to die? The next to be rested by. The killer leave no witness, so nobody can testify. Never arrested by no capo. And to my rivals, the spin the game is Venom's break. I get no way of survival. I know you ain't gonna try though. Can't reason with the cycle. Get my pose, in my pose, if I pose when the not so. Get my dough when I go with gas, cause in your very bitch. Every clip is making Coopers want you every bitch. For the scary tricks, for the getting toe tags, for the make those back out and blow back up with the phone man. Now I'm never in the situation getting drunk. Till I got back, now I'm back, once I get drunk. Cause I'm wrong, wanna tap a motherfucking ass face, man. Go back, walking up, get your ass out. Now I'm never in the situation getting drunk. Till I got back, now I'm back, once I get drunk. Cause I'm wrong, wanna tap a motherfucking ass face, man. Go back, walking up, get your ass out. Now I'm never in the situation getting drunk. Till I got back, now I'm back, once I get drunk. Cause I'm wrong, wanna tap a motherfucking ass face, man. Go back, walking up, get your ass out. Now I'm never in the situation getting drunk. Till I got back, now I'm back, once I get drunk. Cause I'm wrong, wanna tap a motherfucking ass face, man. Go back, walking up, get your ass out.
White ones walk up the black socks, the black ones walk up what was that about? Fuck off. Jesus. I'm trying to get this twisted. What was that about? Yeah, I don't feel bad about killing it. I'm just concerned about what the fuck. What's wrong with the fuck today? Like, how is it feeling?
Nah, they couldn't just start sick, like, no?
Free up the youth now,
See?
Free kilo, free John, free OG.
Go hard like Logan. Body's DBS. All black on my clothing. X-Men, that's how we rolled in. Put it to you, have you jumping like the rose in. Fuck you in your mouth. Taking out your gold in. Put it to your next man. Now it's next frozen. Now I'm dipping in the stolen, creeping in, I'm scoping. I see him, leave him open. Big, large gun, there's no poking. Pop up in, now you're floating. The body stays stiff in the ocean. Cruising with some deadly fish, so your body ain't exposing. DBS, I was chosen. So I hunt for the gold hit. And make watch, don't care if it's stolen. But pop, if you owe him. The black flag always holds him. 5 DB, we rolling. 10 guns, we be holding. 2 each, so we gon' win. A headshot, so you gon' spin.
Niggas not trying to see me with the DBS, cause you know the niggas I'm with, get it poppin'. Strap on my waist, you could tell me how I'm walking. Back left, feel alive, right in the coffin. I remember, I almost got caught skipping shit, had me tripping. On this block I'm shitting, call it camping. My niggas had me snapping. Now I'm sitting here, plotting on my enemy. How to get my own strap, niggas didn't fend for me. A fair blood and some Tennessee, just to level me. This beat sounds heartfelt. Big bullets made the biggest niggas melt early. That's a bomb, nigga.
Every nigga I roll with call them scavengers. Somebody strapping for beats, so mad at the caliber. Deal with you right, ain't no getting back at us. Do what I got it, then I'm dipping in the Avenger. Back to the bricks, doing the usual way. Felt like he was trying to hide, so I had to shoot a few. Gotta expect it, you know how down bottom shooters do. Cutting gloves and each hoodie, black socks fitted blue black. I'm about to get down on my business. Deal with them, I know
ones, no need for a witness. Hand me the ratchet, call me Mr. Fix It. Learn from my bro, no need for shooting if you miss it. Stop complaining, every day is a gift. Every up and got myself in the kitchen. Fiends everywhere, everywhere. Pops whipping, I wanna move bricks, but a nigga hate pitching. The strap I got on my waist stays kicking, and I be trained so I aim with precision. Hit him in the six-pack, give him about six-pack, and it's a rip rap. Nigga believe that. 3-2 and it only costs a G-stack. Something that it's only half of the re-end. Double M and DBS, know that we bang, know that we bang. Bam, bam, bam. Get it in a P.O. everywhere that we go. Niggas know how we roll, deeper than the mark. Before I let the heat blow, creeping on you motherfuckers, just to let you know. I ain't sleeping on you motherfuckers, just to let you know that I'm ready and I'm firing. When I come through, nigga, don't be hiding. If I get caught, toss the Glock, then I'm lying. Don't claim it's on, then slowly be dying. You can find me in the slowly riding. If I'm strapped up, best believe it's on the waist. When we strapped up, put the strap in your face. I was on the block, posted up front page, trying to get whopping every other way, still trying to get whop, looking for a better day. Mommy's on my back cause she heard I'm getting paid. But what can I say? Mommy knows that I'm safe. I either got the snitching or the flipping on my way. Fuck snitching on my niggas. I'd rather catch the case too. All my niggas got trapped on the same day. Rest in peace to my niggas PNJ. Plus free, all my niggas locked struggling in the
Now Ontario is expected to follow suit when the school plan is unveiled by the Ford government today.
It is very important to highlight that this can only happen if the prevalence and transmission of COVID-19 in the community remains as low as possible.
They're not hearing that.
And we're just hearing that technical briefing from the Ford government set to happen about 11:30 this morning, so we'll have some more details on that. We just heard from Dr. Ronald Kahn. He's the CEO of Sick Kids Hospital here in Toronto, where experts recommend kids should be back in class daily with all students wearing face masks, except those in elementary schools. There are several recommendations, including smaller classes, like half what they were pre-pandemic. Earlier this week, the Ontario Liberals presented a fully costed reopening plan to the tune of $3.2 billion to pay for additional caretakers for cleaning and hundreds more for classroom locations. The province had been pushing that hybrid model that would see kids sometimes in class and then learning remotely from home the rest of the time. But now that seems to have changed. So again, we should be hearing all about this plan at that technical briefing 11:30 this morning. We'll give you more details on that. Reporting live, Jamie Colfer, 680 News.
680 News Time, 7:05. Police are canvassing businesses, talking to homeowners, and looking for dash cam video in the Roncesvalles neighborhood following a string of seemingly unprovoked attacks. Our Carl Hansky's in the area and joins us live. Carl.
Why do you bring up that?
Yeah, Paul, there have been at least 6 assaults here in the Roncesvalles and Howard Park area in recent weeks. In each case, the victims, mostly women, appeared to be targeted at random at night.
That's very creepy. They don't like women, obviously, whoever this is. Hope they catch somebody soon.
Some victims have been punched, others have been spat on or had drinks thrown on them, and as residents on alert.
Looking behind you, looking around you, along the street, other side of the street.
A community meeting was held last night to discuss what's going on. Residents are concerned these assaults could become more violent.
You know, everything does sort of start out minor and can escalate from there. I mean, it is a concern.
The description of the male suspect believed responsible for these assaults, though, is pretty vague. A man with dark hair and thin to medium build. Reporting live in Roncesvalles, Carl Hansky, 680 News.
680 News Time, 7:06. Police are searching for a driver after a white panel van struck several cars in Etobicoke. It happened at Valhalla Inn Road in the East Mall, just south of Burnhamthorpe, around 7 last night. Police say the van hit the vehicles and took off at a high speed. The van was abandoned and the driver ran away. He's described as 35 to 40 years old, about 5'9", with short brown hair. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt, black shorts, and black shoes. All the injuries reported were minor.
680 News Time, 7:06. Long weekend almost here. It will bring more seasonal temperatures with it. Our meteorologist Jill Taylor says we should finally see temperatures below 30 degrees today.
July just keeps on giving us 30-degree days. We hit 30 degrees at Toronto Pearson yesterday, making it the 17th day for July where we've had temperatures at 30 or above.
Jill says we will see highs in the mid-20s for the long weekend, with a chance of scattered showers or thunderstorms for Sunday and holiday Monday. There are some closures to keep in mind for Monday. Banks, libraries, government offices all closed. TTC will be operating on a holiday schedule, and GO Transit will be running on a Sunday schedule. And Cottage Country traffic begins at 10:09 this morning.
680 News Time, 7:07. So you think you have Zoom call dread today? Well, Justin Trudeau probably has you beat. 680's Laura Carney joins us live with a look at a tough day ahead for the Prime Minister. Laura, Catherine, a rare appearance by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to testify at the House of Commons Finance Committee today, where he will be questioned about his role in the We Charity scandal. We Charity, which has ties to the Trudeau family, was awarded a contract to manage a $900 million student grant program. Trudeau's mother, wife, and brother received hundreds of thousands of dollars in speaking fees for appearing at the events, along with related expenses. Now, Trudeau only scheduled to testify for 1 hour, and our political affairs specialist John Stahl says the short time frame won't give opposition parties a lot of time to grill the PM.
If you are an MP, you can also grab it like a member of parliament. You can dictate a member of parliament to the damn chair.
Through fees and expenses totaling $500,000. His challenge will be to refute that claim while apologizing for the otherwise optics.
And Conservative finance critic Pierre Poilievre says they won't stop until they get the truth.
The idea of having him sneak in, make a speech, and head for the hills while seeking cover and protection from the Liberal chair.
He's a drama teacher. That's what he's going to do.
Next time he'll be invited back to a committee chaired by an objective member of Parliament.
The Conservatives say many of their questions for Trudeau will revolve around the hundreds of thousands of dollars in speaking fees paid to members of his family, and are now also calling on the federal ethics czar to widen his probe of Trudeau to include travel expenses we covered. Reporting live, Laura Carney, 680 News.
680 News Time, 7:09. The city of Toronto is taking the Ford government to court over Bill 184, which some say could lead to mass evictions and harm the city's most vulnerable residents. 680's Asher Roth has more.
Both renters and activists have been trying to put a stop to the bill for months, saying it makes it easier for landlords to obtain evictions once the COVID-19 crisis eases. Barry Marshall, the Etobicoke chapter of Acorn Canada, says he's glad that the city is taking action.
COVID has caused a lot of tenants to lose off their jobs and so forth. So
I said we get you on the place now.
The motion was tabled by Councillor Gordon Purse and passed by a vote of 22-2. Mayor John Tory supported the motion and says while the legal action will be an uphill battle, he says they can't win if they don't try. I'm Asher Roth.
680 News Time, 7:09. Toronto Public Health is set to release new socioeconomic COVID-19 data today. Dr. Irene Davila says the data will look at ethno-racial identity, household income, and household size. Earlier this month, numbers released by Toronto Public Health showed that 4 of the top 5 neighborhoods with the highest infection rates are home to a population of over 60% minorities and 19% of the population identify as Black. Davila will join Mayor Tory at 2 this afternoon for the announcement.
Mandatory temperature screening is being implemented at some of the country's biggest airports starting today. Also launching in Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal, along with Pearson. Transport Canada says passengers will have their temperature taken by either a scanning camera or by a contactless handheld thermometer. Passengers with temperatures below 38 degrees Celsius will be able to continue to their checkpoint. Temperature screenings expected to roll into more of the country's airports on or before September 30th, including at Billy Bishop.
This is 680 News. There's a new online grocery delivery service. It's Voila by Sobeys. Fresh lettuce.
Voila!
Juicy peaches?
Voila!
Packed safely by robots, delivered by teammates. From a warehouse, not a store. With the food you actually ordered, no letdowns. To your door in 1 hour delivery windows.
Voila!
Let's rename the Toronto City Centre Airport, the airport at the center of the city of Toronto.
Your groceries delivered, just like that. See
Name it
website for
after
details.
another fucking airport that already fucking exists.
City News Time, 7-Eleven.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Eva Franciscanos.
Eastbound on the 401 right now, typical volume delays approaching Mississauga Road to east of Mavis, and then delays again from 427 all the way through to about the 400 alternately express and collector lane. Eastbound on the 401 past that point looks pretty good heading into the east end of the city right now. If you're using the northbound 400, no delays or problems at this time. Looks really good. And same with the northbound 404 Don Valley Parkway. No delays or problems on that route. On the westbound side of the 401, it's busy from McCowan to west of Kennedy, mainly in the collector lanes. Southbound 404 Don Valley Parkway, very slight delay from the 401 to south of Lawrence, just typical volume through there. Eastbound Gardner Expressway also slow going, Park Lawn to east of Dufferin. And if you're eastbound on the 403, just east of Highway 6 North, great news. Problems through there, they have all cleared away. Looks like the volume is also starting to ease off. Don't forget, we've got north and southbound Bronte at the QEW lane restrictions. That's all because of a collision. Emergency crews are on the scene.
A beautiful start to our Thursday. Most of the day will be sunny. Just a slight chance of a passing shower for the afternoon. Guaranteed high 28 for tonight. Mainly clear 18. Looking good. Friday, Saturday. Welcome August on Saturday. Highs about 27, 28 degrees. And then for Sunday.
Sherry's write another one. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going up. Young driller when they let you on the when they let you on the cat. Cause you came up off the body and you going up. I like pro beats when they let you on the bed. You got the bank and you got many men. When it's young niggas get pop, man. When it's young niggas get pop, man. Never knocking in these streets, but we stay strapped up. First shut up, back in the kitchen whipping extras. If you owe me money, little nigga, I'm collecting. I need that bag, I gotta get it, nigga, cause I'm next up. Diamonds dancing on my neck, she like the way I'm flexing. And every time I pull up, I'm designer stepping. EGC, that's the gang, they know what I'm rapping. I go hard from my block in my intersection. Just came home, now I'm laughing. First day out and I'm cashing. Busy, half metal, half plastic. And if a nigga try around me, I'ma blast it. Blast it, head a dope when I'm blasted. Headshot, no chest, leaving close casket. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up off the body and you going up. Young driller when they let you on the cat. They like young driller when they let you on the cat. Girl, you came up off the body and you going up. I like pro beats when they let you on the cat. You got the bank and you got many men. When it's young niggas get pop, man. When it's young niggas get pop, man. Never lacking in the streets, man. I'm on the side. If the niggas slipping, then we on the side. All my niggas tripping, yeah, we down the ride. Yeah, we down the ride. Never lacking in the streets, man. I'm on the side. If the niggas slipping, then we I bet I make these niggas run for my nigga, 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 run. I bet I make these niggas run for my nigga, just to flash off the blue steel, cap bill. You looked at his man, and his man feel it's real. Out here, shit hits the fan hard. I open niggas doors to their crib like the landlord. This shit wasn't planned, God. Niggas tried home for me. I told this bitch to leave my house when she was trying to come for me. This bitch thought I hit her, so she told her bro to run for me. Came on a fight thing, but I wasn't. I made him run for me. Yeah, I got my gun out. Told this nigga turn around. Have 5 seconds to run, or you gon' tag the ground. Took off, fell face first when he heard the sound. I ain't even hit this nigga. I think the sound was sound. Nigga went and shot, and I never seen his face again. I did it by myself. I wasn't trying to catch a case again. Next day he called my phone off of my told him call me where I'm at. It's gonna be a fat day.
Run for my nigga, 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 run for my make these niggas run for my nigga, 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 run for my nigga.
Run from a nigga when I ride with the fifth row. Do a home invasion, get the fuck on them sit down. I didn't give a fuck about that bitch that he did down. She's sitting right there and I still slap this wig out. Yellow tape the place, call the corners and fastness. Niggas say they want my head, well now I'm laughing. The bitch bumps it, a straight lines can't pass this. And if you do, then the scene get drafted. Stressed out, who got a blunt, can you pass one? Wake up every day with doubts like it's my last one. These cops on hell, and I got more bars than the Don jail. Fucking wild, tight fist when I pop the knob.
Yeah, I'm looking right at the drum.
Yeah, let your gazelle, le ange, le destiné pour le monde, quoi. C'est pour ça, oui, dans les fêtes. When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gon' do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? Pop, pop when you hear the Glock. Tough down, nigga, cause I'm in the spot. Give it up, nigga, you might get shot. I'm the hot shot, so you gonna get shot. Any nigga out here, you feel the vibe. My 9mm gonna make you drop. I talk about my 9 cause the shit's so hot. When shit goes down, he's ready to pop. He's stressed out, and I'm trigger happy. I gotta hit the light, and it feels so nasty. This shit ain't easy, I'm a nigga with attitude, so fuck you pussy. When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gon' do when them bullets fly by? When bullets fly by, when bullets fly by, what you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets
New virus stories among lawmakers. Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert, who has resisted mask mandates in the past, announced Wednesday he is infected, while making the baseless claim that wearing a mask may have contributed to him getting sick. On Tuesday, Gohmert was seen walking with Attorney General William Barr. Now they're wearing a mask.
Wearing a fucking mask.
Is at least the 10th member of Congress to check for COVID-19. This is the news. Major League Baseball may be considering COVID-19 with nearly half of the Miami Marlins roster infected with coronavirus. Baseball temporarily suspended the team's season and postponed 2 other games out of function. Now ESPN reports that league officials may require a compliance officer to travel with teams to ensure players and staff properly follow the league. In a memo distributed this week, Major League Baseball is encouraging players not to leave hotels in road cities, except for games, mandating the use of surgical masks instead of cloth masks during travel. Todd and ABC News. City News Time 7:20 looks as though the Emmys will be held virtually this year.
Ever since Jimmy Kimmel was announced as Emmys host, the main question has been, what will a major award show look like in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic? Now it seems we have an answer. The show will be virtual. No stars in attendance to accept their award. Instead, in a letter from any producers sent to actors after their nominations Tuesday, the first review.
What you gon' do when them bullets fly by?
The way it doesn't mask is what you gon'
do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by? What you gon' do when them bullets fly by?
How the fuck does that make more sense to you people?
Now I'm about to put y'all on some new shit. Flip that shit.
I gotta pay up the healthcare aspect.
I wanna beat down, beating up the motherfucking streets now. I'ma break up on the only swollen, phony one. Who's home, phony one? Can't fuck with the only one. Ask the holy one. Ass with fast, slow, ass don't have flow. Heard her not, pull a still toe out your asshole. Even a black, she's on your path. And when your punk ass boyfriend, you get who's sweat there. This one made me one nigga with one head, yeah, was a straight big shit. Like the day was tomorrow, yesterday. It ain't just your neighborhood, I hope.
It's too bad.
All I have in this world is my body.
It's different when you actually live those years and then you hear shit like this. There we go. Refreshment. Beverage for the beer passing.
R.I.P. Gaza. Huh?
The hardest out and I ain't gonna quit. I'm a killer and the streets is my accomplice. I'm only being honest. I'm here to make a statement. But fuck making statements. This a fucking promise. Heard niggas want my head. These niggas solid. I'm running and I'm charging all the whips like Black Stallion. I ain't with the rest of them. Fuck a Steve Austin. He can never stone cold stunner this Lawson. Bad bitches view my shit and start praying. Like the niggas hating and they wishing they were on it. Then they start switching and snitching to the sergeant. My niggas got bands in their pants, no wallet. Plus I got fans going to George Brown College. And little fans who can barely speak English. 30-year-old OGs and girlies and great tips. Fans with no homes, even the rich kids. Niggas up with Roni and whips, rapping pencils. Listen to a quick 16 before they shoot shit. 416, Roni's running the district. Homie, you don't want no beat. You got the blue flips. The boys, they don't got no aim. I'm too sick, barrel long like a 4-stick. You will need 2 hands just to use it. Put it to his lips and lick. No bullshit, we don't give tips. Hollow tips to the tip top. Put it to your kicks, turn your boots into flip flops. Cut cabbage patch niggas into coleslaw. She don't even want no dick, she wants Ronda. Talking to me like I'm the rest, and I'm an M-Cop. Now Goonies, they be pulling up bombs. No swanton, shooting with my left arm. Ain't even my short arm, still getting back. Way quicker than the backside. I'm a boss, and I work in Hell's Kitchen. Sweaty fucked up or moves stuck, I start guessing. Team full of boss men, and people are amazing. Turns are the greatest, for them I do the next shit. In the studio, going to work, no vacation. R.I.P. Tyson, I don't gotta say shit. Your bro already knows who's riding when they need it. Back to my rap shit, trying to make the forklift. He's all posting, holding, hoping that an aqua driving. Put the red beam on your tip and start firing. Free flicks, free block, niggas violent.
Health category is business. Business is sports. The sports. I'm getting confused today.
Yeah. GSC. CH.
Should've never trouble, trouble. If trouble never trouble you. Should've never trouble, and trouble never trouble you, never trouble you.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from my rusty outside. Said he seen this shit from day one, politicking, spilling on my conscience. Young nigga, with a hit of badness, we do this shit regardless. Keys to your garden, homie, what you guarding? Picking up my checklist, switching up my weapon, afraid of rejection. So I keep hating the girl of my magnum. Bullets penetrate through cars when I blast them. Hit the club party hard, VIP section. Do a show with the crowd, GSC weapon. OT, blue flag, now everybody's cousins. Real bad boy, you get beat down in public. Police don't stop shit, black on black, they love it. Rather see us fight than make lovers out their daughter. Plant a black seed in the trees, it's called mulatto.
Had them trouble with furs, never trouble them, never trouble them. Had them trouble with furs, never trouble them, never trouble them. So make them come and ready for them, come ready for them. Make them come ready again.